As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Granger who does the same. Granger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Oh, here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning, Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
And hard times are when a man has worked at a job 30 years. 30 years. They give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real fast, son.
But he's gay. He's gay, excuse me, he's blind.
You ready? Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern pike like on the 10-pound test. Smoke sex, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, Boone's farm drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain, balloon filling. Whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million
Moly.
and the 10-cent brain.
Good golly, Miss Molly. We're alive. We all made it back. Welcome to Senning Show, a post Beach Bash edition. I am John Senning, that man over there, the agent of chaos. He earned that name with lots of hard work. You've probably been hearing him for the last couple hours. He is dizzy.
Had a great time recuperating.
Dude, it's a blur. And I actually wrote myself so many notes, and in a perfect world, I'm going to attempt to journey through the entire weekend. But a couple thoughts right off the get. We will thank sponsors. We will thank people that work for the radio station, and without them, it doesn't happen either. But JP was kind of sharing the same sentiments that I am really basking in and feeling the most today. And that's just mostly just being grateful and the gratitude. And I'm just so blown away by the people that listen to this radio station.
Yeah.
And we are so damn lucky that we probably don't even realize it 99.9% of the time. I've said it in the past that like radio stations like this don't exist all around the country, let alone ones that are like this where people gravitate to the radio stations the way that the people that listen to this one do. And so many conversations, and obviously this show still kind of in its infancy in life. So it was the first time that I had been around that many people
and like the things you would hope people would say. We come in here every day and we hope we're doing the right thing and we're putting out there into the universe what I ultimately want to be out there. And to hear so many different things that people said over the weekend, it just felt like it was a reassurance that we're on the right path. And thank you, first and foremost, to everybody who came out at any given point, whether you stayed there for the weekend, whether you came out for a couple hours, whether you came for the day, whatever it was. Thank you to everybody who just came out, who supports this radio station the way that you do. Because if you didn't, none of us would be here. And it was really, from that aspect, it was really, really amazing. And I have to say, the people that put events on in this building, they are very damn good at what they do. Shout out to Dan Conley, this is the guy who's been behind 97X Next Big Thing for all of those years. Yep. I don't know his exact title, but between him and Mel Martin, I think that was kind of this all started there. And then Mike Olivero, Corey, Heather, Christina, Javon, like everybody in promotions, super buttoned up all weekend long. And it's just fun because, I still have some Promo John in my blood. Yeah. So there's something that also being around this just made me realize how much I just love events, and to see the vision that's been being talked about for months and months and months become a reality is really damn cool. And it doesn't happen without those people. And I wrote a list here only because I wanted to make sure to shout them all out. And there's a few names, but I want to say them even if the list is kind of long. Ashley, Aaron, David, Ian, Christina, Javon, Alex, Ryan, Summer, Jeff, Nicole, Ashley, Chase. Those were all the promo kids that were out there. I call them kids. They're adults in there. But promo team that was out there actually making things happen. So shout out to every single one of them. And Chase, and I would urge anybody who has not gone or wasn't tuned into the Bone social media over the weekend, I would go back to the room every little bit and just look at my phone. And I was so freaking blown away at how good the social media was. Like they captured almost every moment. I thought the captions on the videos and the pictures were funny. It seemed, I don't know much about Chase. Do you know much about this gentleman, Chase, with the red hair and the red beard?
I just I know he's a pleasant dude. He's quiet, nice guy. Yeah. And he kind of reminds me of looks wise.
He looks like William Montgomery.
He
does.
Yeah.
And I was just, we've never talked much. I drunkenly probably poured my heart out to him like a weirdo sometime late on Saturday night. But I got the vibe that he understands the station and knows what's going on. And that was pivotal to putting out good stuff on social media for all of those people that were not able to be there. So shout out to everybody and shout out to Chase, who really had a vision of how to share stuff on social media all weekend long. But
yeah, I would like to piggyback on that with the promo team killing it. Dan, who is, I believe, he's the director of events.
Yeah, he's a corporate event director or whatever it is. Yeah.
Corey Cardinal and Mike Olivero, and I think Jason even said this in the email. I didn't see them sitting at all. Really.
No,
they were
God,
so
it was
on the go. Yeah,
it is so many moving pieces, and I think the stress that comes along with it, we don't always appreciate it. And I will openly say this. I'll say it right off the get. At least for some of the people that I named, I added to their stress at multiple different times throughout the weekend. Yeah. But we're here, and everybody ended up being all right. And it's funny because I don't want to forget anything, but there is something very funny that I actually forgot. So we got off the air on Friday, and we had a great show. And I wasn't drinking or doing too much crazy during the show, but I had a couple Kongs, and then Patrick Smith came up and brought me a heavy pour of whiskey, and I was sipping on that. And the show ended, and I just got up. And I walked away. And at some point, later that night, it was brought to my attention that I left my station, it's their property. I left my laptop just sitting out on the stage after we were done. So that was Mike Cernak, who ran the broadcast all weekend long. He toyed with me just enough, but I could tell he was not thrilled that I just left the station property, being my laptop, laying around on Friday. And I'm trying to track this properly. I have to give another big shout out to the brisket shop, Danny and his entire team. Really, a lot of high points, a lot of things that people love. But as far as a 100% agreeance, the reviews on the food were just over the top. Danny and the brisket shop prepared Wild Fork meats and foods so beautifully that every single person you stopped to, it wasn't just oh yeah, it's pretty good. It was, oh my God, what is this? What is going on this plate? And that is just a match made in heaven. And I was so good to see the people from Wild Fork come out there. And again, I said it when I went out to to the brisket shop, and I got a chance to experience it. Dude, Danny and his guys, like, they just have this love for it. They're over there sweating their balls off. I mean, I will say, the spot they were cooking in appeared to be right in the dead middle of the sun, and they had 3-4 smokers going, and they're just dying, but doing it with a smile on their face, and put out some amazing, amazing food for a lot of people, which I know is not easy to do. So shout out to them. Did you eat properly, would you say?
Yes. When it came to them, because I didn't eat all day really leading up to that. And I knew, one, I didn't get enough sleep, but I knew how much drinking I was going to do on the weekend.
Yeah.
I need to eat. When we were there, we grabbed a plate, and I was looking around, and I was like, there's really no places to sit. You could stand and eat at the tables. And I was like, it's too hot. I'm going to go in the room, enjoy this.
That was a boss move.
Yeah.
You pulled off a boss move, because a couple times I walked by, and Danny and the dudes were like, oh, you got to try this. You got to try this. So I had a couple bites. And honestly, because Friday, I think the idea was, what wasn't the idea? The thing was, so I was hosting this party of sorts. So I had not responsibilities, but they wanted me to be up on stage every 30 minutes and tell people when to eat and what was going on and kind of welcome everybody. And I just kind of got in the mode of feeling like, okay, got to be here, there, got to do that, then. So I did not eat a bunch. Now, I will say, if anybody was going to remember or think to do this, it was going to be a cat named Mo. I found out later on that a cat named Mo went and made multiple to-go boxes for himself.
Yes.
So then when he got back to his room at God knows what time later that night, he had a full smorgasbord of pig roast to be able to eat. So he had the pro tip on that. And, man, as far as piling love on other people, Matt and Zach absolutely killed it. Right there, up there with the food. So many people just going, this was perfect, and this was perfect for this night and this event. And, I'm so grateful that Mel and Dan came to me in the very beginning and were kind of like, hey, we have this vision for a Friday night. We know you like the reggae-type music. Do you have any ideas? We're going to have Wild Fork and the pig roast. And it really felt like it was meant to be, because I think when they had asked me on that day, it was maybe a month, 3 weeks after we saw Matt and Zach at Reggae Rise Up, right? With our when our broadcast was breaking down, and they were so front of mind, and I thought they were just perfect. I thought there was a moment when we were all just standing out there on the beach, and you kind of look around, and the music is perfect, the crowd is perfect, they had all the great lighting out there, you got the water behind you, and just one of those kind of moments where you stand back and appreciate exactly what's going on. And they were not only great on stage and performed the perfect set for everybody who was there, but they were fun all weekend. Like, they are wild boys. More so the Zach side of the party than the Matt side of the party. But they are completely nuts. And I was trying to. Well,
Matt's represented by his father on the wild side.
Oh man.
So Big Jim.
Oh, dude, thank you for not letting us breeze over Big Jim. And it was weird, because I kept going to Matt and Zach and saying, like, are you cool with this? Like, we're not piling on. Like, I don't want to be we're being a dick to your dad. But so Matt and Zach, his dad is OG Bone fan. Like, his dad is deep in the Bone-averse and has been for a long time. Sweetheart of a man. The man also likes to party, clearly very, very hard. And he was passed out at about 5 different occasions in the day. And it was so funny, because I saw him in Big Jim. If you're out there, we love you.
Love you, dog.
Love you. But I was taking pictures of him passed out.
Same.
So I sent a picture. To Matt, and I said, hey, dude, he's okay. I'm like, but Jimbo's on one. And I told him where he was. Like 5 minutes later, I saw him. He goes, oh, yeah, we went to the spot where you said he was, and he wasn't there. Have you seen him? So we did lose eyes on Big Jim for a bit. But, dude, they were just great. I thought all of, the music was great on Friday night. And then it gets a little hazy on Friday night, because I believe Friday night is when we all ended up in the pool together.
No. Well, both nights we did.
Right.
Friday was the night that it was after the bonfire.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the bonfire thing, and then this is the moment where you were in the pool all by yourself, and you didn't realize that every other single soul who was there was in the other pool.
I didn't know there was a second pool.
Well, not to mention, I knew you were on one, if I may reenact this moment.
Yes.
So you're in the pool, and I don't know what's real and what's not, but you're in the pool, and I remember going, dude, everybody's over there. And you like look around this giant, which it was interesting. Everybody went to the small pool on that first night rather than the big pool. Have no idea why. You were the only one in the big pool. So we're like, oh, we're all going over there. And you're like, oh, wait, there's another pool? There's people somewhere else? We're like, yeah, come on. So I think we're all kind of leaving together from that pool to go to the pool where everybody is. You did not leave with the group in that moment.
No.
But then I remember at some point later on, you like come busting through the gate and you're like, oh man, why didn't you guys tell me there was another pool? I didn't even know you guys were over here. I was like, dude, we had this conversation like 45 minutes ago. So I think you may have just been floating around in that pool by yourself for like an hour.
Yes, my boy Lance hooked me up with some stuff.
Oh, dude, the Lance goodie. Shout out to Lance.
Yeah.
The care pack, the care pack king, as we'll call him. Because
yes, I love that.
He on multiple times has given me gifts and given me things, and I know what he gave you, and I had those same. We're weaving a web. We've got a web to weave here with the stories. So
yeah,
his care pack comes into my life a little later in the weekend. But dude, yeah, he is a sweet dude.
Yeah,
it's so funny too. I think he got us all shirts. Did he get you a shirt too?
Yep.
He got me a shirt from that Two Joints that I love so much, and I opened up the shirt, and then what do you know? It wasn't just a shirt. there were things inside the shirt. There were packages inside the shirt. And then I think we
right before you guys went over to that pool, and I was by myself. Yeah. First of all, funniest thing because Drew had some too.
Yeah,
he took 2, I took 3.
Yes.
And I realized probably should have took 2 because I was feeling it. The pool is so big, but because of the lighting. Where I was with Drew, I thought there was black people on the other side of the pool. So I was calling out terms you should call black people if you're in the inner circle. And I got over there and I go, oh, you guys are not black at all. They're like, yeah, we were wondering why you kept yelling that at us.
Oh, they were people though.
Yeah, they were people.
I just thought they were ghosts. I thought it was just shadows that you were seeing from across the other way.
Drew found this rubber duck and was throwing it for at least 30 minutes with this guy.
I was there for some of that. So I think that I left and came back. Dude, Drew's dedication to the game of catch over the weekend
insane
should be dedicated because he did. He played catch. I know that other dude, DJ Solar. He played catch with a rubber duck with this man for probably 2 hours straight, I think, inside the pool that night.
I think his name is DJ.
Yeah, DJ Solar.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, he calls and
okay,
that's his, yeah. I've actually met him. I did when we were doing something with another brand. We were doing like deliveries to people's houses, and I went out to him in his buddy's apartment and delivered them a bunch of goods a few months back. And Drew dedicated his life essentially over the weekend to games of catch, whether it be with a rubber ducky or a football.
When he moved on to the other pool, the DJ saw him. He goes, oh, it's Drew Garabo. Yeah. He didn't know it was Drew Garabo the whole time. He was just having catch with some guy. They looked like father and son for the longest time.
They actually, now that I'm thinking about it, dude, they do kind of actually look like father and son.
It was hilarious.
And then I want to say that the night ended on night one, for me at least, in that pool. I think when that pool finally wound down a little bit, which I was trying to get, there's been a lot of discussion today, and I don't know how much to harp on it and how much not to harp on it, but there were discussions about, the pools, and there was capacity issues. Correct me if I'm wrong. That first night, there was like 10 times more people in that pool than there ever was before because they maxed the capacity for Drew's karaoke at 35 people.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that night, on the first night in that pool, there was well over 100 people in that pool area.
Easily.
At the very, very least. So
easily.
That became a little bit of a thing, but eventually making it to bed. And see, I did do the boss move, although I did not eat properly, and I wish I would have gotten a proper plate of the brisket shop in Wild Fork. Dude, I scooped myself a Jersey Mike sub on my way there that I had not touched.
Smart.
So when I got back to the room late night on Friday, I had a little something to put myself to bed, and then, dude, love Patrick Smith, a dear friend, a dear friend.
Yeah.
Love the man completely. And we had kind of made these plans and told him that we were going to get up and do a show with him at 8 o'clock, and we were going to have Bloody Marys, and it was going to be a grandest occasion. And I knew that it was going to be painful.
Yeah.
But when I tell you I rolled over at about 5:15, 5:40, and I just looked down at my phone thinking that it's not happening. Like, there's just and the thing was, I think he has already been messaging me. Sometime like around 6 something, he messaged me. He goes, oh, we're going to the coffee shop. Do you want me to get you something? I said, I'm going back to bed for a little bit. I'll see you. And I laid in bed without sleeping too much. And I think at around 7:57, I popped up and I put my and I will say, at first I wasn't sure if it was going to be a good thing or bad thing because our room was literally as humanly close to the party, the pig roast, the stage as anybody. Like, we were on the end cap right there. But for moments like that was perfect because like I said, I put my pants on at 7:57, walked out barefoot, and then kudos to you. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't have expected you to be there for Patrick Smith. And I have to say, between you, me, Mo, Ian Beckles came by for a little bit. A star-studded, really, really fun early morning. I hope that show lives somewhere in infamy and he'll replay it or give it to us to put on a replay or something, because it was really fun to hear all of us probably still half drunk from the night before, up way earlier than any of us should have been, doing an hour of radio straight, which I knew that he didn't take a commercial break, but I didn't really think about it until we were about 35 minutes in, and I'm like, dude, this is just going to be a straight hour of hungover radio.
I did not know it was an hour straight, and I was thinking the whole time, because I forgot my water and all this.
Let's go to break, folks.
Yeah, I was just kind of the whole time. I was like, I think I looked at Mike Olivera and I did the break thing, like break, and he's like, no,
you got to roll, dog.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no,
dude. So Saturday morning after that, I feel like was kind of my work window, because immediately upon being done with Patrick, I thought, okay, now I've promised that I'm making Bloody Marys for everybody.
Yeah.
So we did the Bloody Marys, which were off the chain, I have to say. Shout out to, is it Tone or Tony? The dude that's
I call him Tony.
Okay.
So I think it's Tony.
Is it Tony?
He's answered to that. So let's just go with
Either
that.
way, he brought this like bougie-ass big thing of Bloody Mary mix that was from some small boutique place in Safety Harbor. And then it was like a smoked bacon rim job thing.
Yeah.
So I made Bloody Marys with that. You, I believe, took one sip and said, this is disgusting. I think you gave yours to somebody else. Did you not?
Yeah, I had a sip or two, and then I was like, I can't do this. And you're like, give it to Mo. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
so I think me, you, well, you kind of, me, you, Mo, Patrick, Sandy was there.
Yep.
As far as our Bloody Mary crew early in the morning on Saturday, which was pretty badass. And then it just struck me that I had to get this boiled peanut thing going. Yeah. So then Jared, shout out to Ride or Die TB, my homie Jared, who brought the whole setup, which was pretty much like a turkey fryer with a big pot and a propane tank. The thing is if you were there, you would understand that this property is very sprawling.
Yeah.
And I could not have been further away from where that setup was, in his trunk in his car. So I knew we had to get that over to the other side. So between that and then really my only failure of the weekend, I will say, was the slip and slide, because I was trying to simultaneously get the slip and slide up and going while trying to get the boiled peanuts set up across the property and them ultimately going as well. And the slip and slide, I think, was the only failure. But also they were cleaning that beach all morning. So my plan was I'm just going to put it up and then I'll come back to it and we'll have fun with it later. But I was afraid that dude was going to run it over with a tractor, so it just kind of got away from me.
I mean, the amount of, and again, this is no knock at them because they're just doing their job, the security. The fun police in moments, they would have shut down now.
They probably
immediately.
They probably would have.
So I'm not. I did wish it happened, but at the same time, I was thinking like we would have got 3 people down there and they would have shut it all down.
And it's very it's very, very possible. So it was so close to being set up, but it just never actually happened. And then, the day gets very hazy as Saturday goes on, but the real, I don't know if it was a highlight depending on who you asked. And I will say, you kind of alluded to it, and I don't, everybody's just trying to do their job, and ultimately I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And I want other people to have fun, and I partying at the beach is like, that's what I love to, like, it doesn't get much better. So I'm doing the things that I would normally do, whether it's connected to this radio station or not. And there was a little bit of concern about the conging on Friday. So I'd already kind of maybe rubbed some people the wrong way. And again, everything's fine. Everybody's fine.
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah. I'll just say that's like, hey, you went crazy with the drinking on a camera. I'm like, oh, drinking at the drink event? That's crazy. Yeah, I had to order.
Good. Yeah, you need something for your something for your tummy. So then there was that, which was fine, which ultimately I think sets the stage for the gas can.
Yeah.
Because so we do the peanuts, which, man, I just felt bad I didn't have more because they turned out really damn good, and I didn't know how to get them to people that wanted them. So we pretty much took these big ass pans and filled cups with them. And then I walked out to the different pool areas, and people were just snagging them. So I wish there was a better way for more people to get more. And I will say, I would love to hear from anybody on Saturday specifically that got some boiled peanuts or was on the business end of the gas can at any given point. I would love to check in with you, 800-771-1025. So I think, without knowing times, the pool party, the big pool party, which was kind of the headliner of the midday on Saturday, was getting going.
Yeah, Keith stopped by. Trini.
Oh,
Keith.
I know. I must have I went too hard in the early portion that I realized I missed, I think, the last hour and a half of it, because there were people that I saw pictures of that I didn't even know were there. But so it's kind of getting going, and I go, I think it's time for the gas can. So I go to my room, and in the gas can, for those that were wondering that had some and or didn't, the gas can was an entire bottle of Terramana tequila.
Oh, the good rock stuff.
And that's the thing. I got the good stuff. I wanted it to be a treat, and it was Sunny Delight. So I walk out of the room, and immediately, like walking out into public with the gas can, I could already feel that, like, something. I kind of knew deep down that this was going to go one way or the other. Funniest thing was, we walk out of the room, and the first 3 people that got the gas can, and I learned this after the fact, Chad was down paddleboarding with Carmen. They were doing the paddleboarding at this moment. Well, he had to run back to the room to get something. I didn't know what was happening. So I run into him in our hallway as I've just filled up the gas can. And I go, oh, dude, you got to be the first person to try the gas can. So Chad is the first person who got anything out of the gas can. He seemed to enjoy it. Then I walk by, and Jojo and Gio are on the stage, which I don't know if that story will ever get told properly, what happened there, if it's even been touched on today.
No.
I think it's probably a real deal sore subject that nobody will ever want to talk about. Mike-O left the show. Mike-O left the Mike-O radio show.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I think it would just boil it down to the fact of he was, he's the promotions director. He's the guy that I think people lean on in a lot of moments. And I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that he left his show and he left Gio and Jojo there to do the show. So they kind of come up to me. They're like, dude, Mike-O just left. We're going to have to come back on the air in a couple minutes. And I go, well, that's all good and fine. But real quick, let me pour this gas can in your mouth. So Jojo, just a pro, handles it. But Gio, I felt so bad all day because Gio opens his mouth. And then after about a second and a half, I guess he decides he's done. And he just shuts his mouth. And I proceed to just pour the gas can all over his face, into his eyes, down his shirt, like ruined his clothes, his face, his beard, and maybe his day. Because I know he went on to do like an hour and a half. Like he ended up doing an hour and a half of the Mike-O radio show with Jojo because Mike-O was being Mike-O promoed Mike-O.
I got to hear the rest of the story from Mike-O. I'm imagining he's the one to tell it all.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It may be one of those sore. It's so sore of a subject that I don't know that it's going to be shared too much. But I did just get a text from Gio. I enjoyed when you poured the gas can all down my chest and crotch. Yeah, so he did like it. And
I didn't see Gio too much at the event.
I think he had his spots because we actually I've heard a couple people say that, and I think it was really. It is a big property and different. Everybody's talking to everybody. So I think it is very possible for things that could get kind of lost along the way. But the thing is so I've got the gas can. I've now accosted Gio and Chad and Jojo with it. And I'm walking to the pool. And immediately first there was an issue with security, which was a thing for many people all weekend. They weren't going to let us into the pool party, that was fine. We ended up getting in with the gas can, believe it or not. And then as soon as I walk in, the second that I walk in the gates, I look to my left, I look to my right, I see, and I'm not even going to name names, one of the bigger bosses in our building coming my way with about 3 security guards.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And then I see 3 more security guards coming my way. And next thing you know,
you're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato.
Wow. Your future Olympian. And your future Best in Show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
When you hire Bernetti PA for your injury case, we make the process easy for you to monitor. We provide you our app so that you can monitor your case at any time. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit FVGradio.com. If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise. See website for complete details. We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now. 800-417-6411. That's 800-417-6411. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-417-6411. 800-417-6411 and give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways. It is not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, but our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Summer's here. It's time to get your backyard ready or your front yard. Custom patios, pavers, driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to crew for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Hit them up today at watermanproperties.net. You'll get personalized service, transparent, honest pricing, guaranteed same-day response. No waiting, no excuses, just quality work done right. Give them a call at 813-715-7383 or watermanproperties.net and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free in or out of your vehicle. We can help you find the best battery for your vehicle and budget. O'Reilly Auto Parts has batteries starting at just $89.99. Get your battery tested for free today at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Neutral is sending you to see Cage the Elephant open for Oasis in LA. Scan the QR code at Locals, $5 Drinkery, and Katiki. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Neutral, keep it tasty.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Welcome back to Senning Show. We are living in a post-Beach Bash haze. Hell of a time. We may bitch about some things. Some things might have happened out of everybody's control, but 98.999% of the weekend was nothing but joy and one of the greatest parties I've ever been a part of. So shout out to everybody who made it possible. We got some other things we want to touch on in our full-length, long-form breakdown of the weekend. Before I went to break, I was talking about being accosted immediately. And it was funny, too, because when I finally got in with the gas can, you were there. You were right. You were at the table. It was you, Galvin, JP. I think we're sitting at that table. And I gave you a pull right away, right?
Yeah. As soon as it happened, and then they were just around us. I'm like, y'all really going to ruin the fun?
Yeah, and so they came around, and it was just an interesting, I guess nobody knows what's going on. So maybe there's a small percentage of a chance that they actually do think that I just walked in to the pool area with a gas can. That being said, I thought I was doing a responsible thing by putting Senning Show stickers. I had a sticker on it that said "Good Vibes Only." I had a big Sasquatch sticker on it. I thought that by jazzing up the gas can, that was going to make it a little less scary for everybody. But needless to say, the initial, and I'm not saying that I completely disobeyed, but the initial agreement was you can have it out for a minute.
Yeah.
Like you can have it out like for a second.
I heard 10 minutes.
And I was, I'm not indignant. I'm going to try and just make peace and find a way to get through this. So I just said, it was so funny too, because there was like that one big black dude who was a security guard. He goes, I'm like trying to explain it to him. And I'm like, it's a party. He's like, man, you don't got to explain nothing to me. He's like, Lil Jon, Crunk Juice. I was there, dog. Yeah. He's like, I know what it's all about. He's like, but you freaking people out. So, and funny enough, to get ahead of it, I won't say it was him or somebody else, but somebody else with the security team came by probably once my 10 minutes was up and shout out to everybody who was prepared to party, because I said that was my vision, and it came to fruition, was that everybody just lined up at the edge of the pool, and I was just pouring liquor into everybody's mouth, and it was fun. It was very much fun. But at one point he comes over, he goes, "Hey man, I'm going to let you keep going, but I need 2 of those white hats and 2 of those black hats." I was like, okay, man, I got you. And I did, let the record reflect, I did come through on the bribery that got us clear for that moment. So I think that all came and went. There was a conversation later that was pretty much just, if you're going to do things like that, you need to let us know so we can let everybody else know. I did feel bad, though, and I won't out who the person is, but there's somebody that we're connected through another partner whose sister, runs Sky Beach.
Yeah.
So she knew who I was already because of this relationship, and I ran into her later, and she goes, "Oh my God, what did you do?" And I said, I don't know. What did I do? She goes, "Well, I got a call from my sister asking if I knew what John Senning was doing with a gas can in the pool." And I'm like, oh no. Man. I'm like, it got ran all the way up the flagpole.
Yeah.
And it ended up being fun. But I will say that is also the turning point of the day, because by the time the gas can was gone and I helped finish it, I think the night starts getting a little bit hazy. I think we freshened up for a bit, and then I made the rookie mistake of going and hanging out with Mo and Patrick Smith sometime after that, where they were just pouring whiskey and bourbon.
Strong.
And then when I left their room, which I think was like midway through Pitbull Toddler, I'm going to be completely honest with you, some things don't really start adding up from there. Now there was, I guess the next big stop was the late night pool party.
Yeah.
Which again, you've heard it said a few different times today. There was some sort of disconnect between the capacities. Well, actually, you know what? I'm breezing over, and maybe we can spend more time on it when he gets in the room. We're breezing over a hazy part of my day, which was the karaoke with Drew, which
they were at capacity almost immediately, but there was families there. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I heard a rumor that there was 4 rooms that were not affiliated with the radio station, and that some of them were families.
Yeah.
So I felt like I saw at least 4 families.
Yes.
Out in the parking lot, loading into their car.
It's different times in the restaurant. So I don't know if those people were just coming to eat and we happened to be there. But I did notice there was like some families and that, I don't know, a conversation above our head. I think everybody's been pretty diplomatic in discussing it today. I just don't know that everybody knew what was going on, but it was unfortunate. That's the best term that I'll use, that they only let 35 people in the pool area for Drew's karaoke, which, like I said earlier, that pool was the pool that everybody went to the night before, and there was probably 115 people in there. And then for the karaoke, they only let 35 in, which led to a lot of people just standing outside of the gates, which I think is just it's just bad.
Bad look.
I did not like the feeling behind that. But needless to say, it was fun, and I did sing. That was another thing. I'm starting to get check marks now of things that I did get in trouble for. Because were you there when I did Friends in Low Places?
No.
Oh, there's a video that I don't know if it will ever be released, but, I had gotten the Kong back out. This is hours after the gas can, and I took my opportunity while I was singing Friends in Low Places to essentially cut a promo on the fact that they were only letting 35 people in, and I was egging the people on to break down the gates.
Oh!
And, it turns out that was frowned upon as well.
Go figure.
Which I was...
That's funny.
I'd like to say I was joking, but I don't know that I was.
I know someone in management is like, why did we ever pair up John and Dizzy?
Yeah.
This is going to be insane as they get more power to
there
their
needs
heads.
to be one responsible one out of the two, which I'm not certain. I'm not certain that there is.
No. During the karaoke, I know there was this lady named Allison, short, little, cute lady. She was there for our show, watching live and everything. I
remember. Yeah. She brought me the drink. She brought me my first drink of the day, the Kong. The one that
did
I
she
called.
really?
Yeah.
So she was been talking ever since the beach bash and the karaoke that she wants to do karaoke. She wants to do karaoke. They would not let her in. So I was like, come to the front. I'm going to tell them. And I was like, yo. And he's like, who is she? I was like, let her in. He's like, what, is this your girl? I go, yeah, it's my girl. Let her in.
Did they get her in?
Yeah, and everyone's like, that's Nicole?
Oh.
Everyone's like, yeah. I'm also like, shut up.
Look at that. You were willing to fall on the sword of life just to get a nice lady in.
But then Nicole needed me, so I had to go leave. And the security guard's like, I'm not going to let you back in if you come. I go, I got a staff pass. He goes, doesn't matter. You're not allowed back in. I go, I'm getting in.
Yeah.
And I left and got Nicole, and then you weren't there or anyone, so I was like, but I want to prove to the security guard I could get in.
Yeah.
So he was on one side. I went all the way to the other side, just jumped the fence, started talking to people. And then when I was leaving, I left. I go, told you I get back in. He was leaving. And he was just shaking his head like, oh, God.
And that was the thing, is that everybody's just doing a job. You know, decisions are made far above their heads. And a lot of the security dudes are really cool. There was a guy that I wish I would have got his name. I saw Nicole talking to him at one point. He looks like Patrick Mahomes. You know, he had like the frizzy hair on the top. He was a sweet dude who I think was in real time kind of falling in love with the bone. Like, he sat out there and watched the broadcast that day. It had nothing but nice things to say, and a lot of them were just really, really cool.
He had no idea what it was.
No, yeah,
like the bone, and I explained it. I'm like, it's basically just a comedy station. We talk nothing but fun stuff and blah blah blah. And he's like, if it's anything like I saw like JP in your show, he goes, I'm in.
Yeah, he was. A lot of them were just sweet kids that just trying to do their job, and you know, I don't think it got too ugly there. And then into the pool party later, which again, kind of a similar thing. I was only there for, I think I maybe missed some of it. By the time we had got over there, I think everybody else had kind of moved on. But you mentioned, and this is the true hazy part of the evening. But there's one thing that keeps it that keeps the light on for me, and you touched on it right before we came back, and that was that I met Charlotte the raccoon. We were like leaving the late night pool party. And we walked over to the fence, and the dude, and I'm so sorry that I can't remember the guy's name, but when you have a raccoon, it's more likely people are going to remember your raccoon's name. And, dude, just the wild. I was also at a point in the night, after having some of Lance's gifts as well, I could just not fathom the fact that this damn raccoon was just chilling. And we're petting it. It like roams around like a dog. It's like sniffing in the bushes and stuff. But he did say, he said, I promise it won't bite you. But then we kept asking him if we could pick it up, and he was like, no, don't pick it up.
Yeah.
And then we said, could you pick it up? And he was like, no, I can't pick it up right now. She's had a long day.
Oh.
So then I'm just like, okay, so I feel like everything's on the up and up with this raccoon, and I did love on it for a little bit, but also I do think that raccoon would probably attack your ass under the wrong circumstances.
It's funny because I texted Nicole in the break and was like, the raccoon was there. I didn't get to meet the raccoon. I did meet it.
Oh, see,
she texted me.
I thought you were with me when I met him.
I must have been. I just blacked out on that. Like, forgot about that part.
Because it was moments before. There's a theme of security here.
Yeah.
Moments after we met Charlotte the raccoon, we were accosted by security because at midnight they wanted everybody to go to bed.
Yeah,
like
and we were like, I remember that.
Yeah.
You were arguing with the guy. I go, what is this, summer camp? You can't force me to my room.
And I hope that kid seemed to be in on the joke. I really hope that he was, because we did kind of circle him, and I was like, I was jokingly like, let's attack this guy.
Yeah.
Jokingly, and he took it as a joke. And then eventually just said, if you guys just go sit over by the fire and you're quiet, like, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And
we were.
We pretty much were. But,
so moments before that, I want to backtrack too much.
Yeah, I think I missed something.
So we were at that pool party, and I think Drew had left at this point. So it was you, Danielle, me, Nicole was there still because she left after this, Jared, and and his wife Amanda.
Yes.
They were all in the pool together. I don't remember this. Nicole had to tell me.
God.
We were all hanging out at the pool, and I was like leaned up against the side, like with my hands outstretched. And she goes, yeah, at some point you just fell asleep. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you fell asleep and went underwater.
Oh, no.
And I thought you were joking because I was standing there, and I think you just swam off a little bit. Because she goes, you fell asleep, and I had to go over and start shaking you. And I shook you, and I saw your eyes pop up underwater, and I kind of like helped you up over. And I'm like, what's the problem? She goes, you're sleeping. I go, no way. And she's like, yeah. I go, did John see? She's like,
I
no.
didn't see. I didn't
She's
see.
like, no.
It is funny that between you and Monica, you almost both drowned in the pool.
Yeah.
I'm looking around going, why the hell do we need these lifeguards here? And it turns out 2 members of the Bone staff alone almost died over the weekend. So I guess that gives good reason to why
we need the lifeguards.
Why they needed the lifeguards. And at that point, it was really, I think we hung out by I will say one thing that, for all of the blurriness, one thing that I had like a dickheaded moment about was we were sitting around that bonfire, and Zach and his crew were there, and then
they sang about us. Do you remember that?
That night at the bonfire or on stage?
No, at that bonfire.
I do remember there was some singing and things.
Zach was like almost like freestyling just about everything. And his 2 boys were like harmonizing on the side.
I remember it was moments after that, I think, that we were tired, which was funny because I was in rough shape on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like I got back to the room and I told Danielle, I said, I'm going to puke. So I kept like going into the bathroom and like just kind of pacing in front of the toilet, just waiting. And then I would go sit on the bed for a second. Then I got like a hydration drink out and I'm slowly sipping it. I'm like, let me put on the TV for a minute. And for some reason, I felt like the only thing that I could find was women's basketball. So I started watching it, and then that made it worse. So then I put music on. I was trying to like calm myself to sleep. And I don't know how long I was in there trying to fall asleep. But then boom, 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 pounding on the door. It was Zach. It was Zach of Matt and Zach and his crew wanting to do shots. And we did, which made it even worse. And ultimately, sometime after that was when I was able to fall asleep. And, the brunch was great on the way out the door on Sunday. And I'm sure there are moments that we're forgetting that will come into effect.
There was a moment I realized, and I guess this was right before I crossed the threshold of like, oh, I'm drunk. I'm going to pass out in a pool. And it was when we went to your room to get shots and stuff like that. And kind of like recap on what we missed because we lost vision of each other and everything. When we went in the room, there was a big pineapple on the door, upside down. I remember going in the room and like, that's weird. John and them are not that type. I remember telling Nicole this. I go, you're never going to believe this. John and them had a pineapple in the room.
Well, do you know the payoff on it now? You know where the pineapple came from?
Because the whole thing before was a listener told me, Mo and Melanie are swingers. Like, no, they're not. And he goes, there's a pineapple upside down on their door. They're absolutely swingers. I go, well, this is news to me. And then I saw y'all. So like, what is happening? Payoff, if you didn't listen to JP's show, is that Drew texts Monica and was like, I went around sticking those on people's doors.
What's even funnier is that at some point, I think late on Saturday when we got back, we took it off our door and put it on Mike O's door. So I don't know if he had anybody come knocking
him.
I will say, the last 2 things, and again, the big message is just thank you to everybody who came, and thank you to everybody who just had the kindest, sweetest, nicest things in the world to say. It will mean more to me and meant more to me than you'll ever know. But when it comes to danger and violence and people getting hurt,
oh yeah.
So was it Dallas or
Dallas.
Dakota? Dallas is the one.
Yeah.
So there was a gentleman by the name of Dallas who they weren't in Ian Beckel's crew, right? He just kind of were friendly, and I think they were kind of hanging around with each other. They didn't like come together.
No, they probably did that night. But Dakota and them in Dallas and they're big cruise fans.
Okay.
So they went on the cruise and they dubbed them the Island Boys.
Yeah.
And they were just like thick as thieves.
They're fun. They're fun dudes. And I will say one of the last things I remembered from Friday night was seeing Dallas walking around. And this is no disrespect to Dallas, but when I saw him walking around with a giant handle of tequila, the look on his face, I think I even said out loud, like, we need to stay away from that, dude. Like, I feel I have a very good radar for like bad news amongst a drunken crowd. And I don't know what I meant by that. I don't know that he was going to fight anybody, but I just remember thinking repeatedly, like, steer clear of that guy.
Yeah. No, Dallas likes to drink. He's not belligerent. He's nothing like that. But from everything I know on the cruise, he's just a fun guy. He might tiptoe the line. Like there was a point on the cruise, the one Spanish went on, the last one he went on, where me and him were talking to him in like the main lobby, and it overlooks like the shopping places and all that, and it's all the elevators. And he goes, I'm a moon everyone. I go, please don't. He starts pulling down his pants, and I just take off running.
Yeah.
That's as far as he'll go.
And again,
that type of
it
thing.
wasn't so much that I thought this guy's going to fight anybody or kill anybody. I could just tell the lights were on and nobody was home, and he was walking with a handle of tequila.
Yeah.
So keep in mind the next day is Saturday morning when I had got up early, and I don't know how early it was when I first saw him, but Dakota had been like, dude, come look at this.
Yeah.
So then Dallas takes off his sunglasses, and I haven't heard anybody really today properly explain how mangled this dude's face was, because his eye was swollen shut as if he had been punched or fallen. There was blood. I mean, I saw multiple people go to him, you should have stitches.
That's what
you
I
need
said.
to have stitches. Like, you should be. And the thing was early in the morning, I said to him, I said, dude, there's blood all on your face, because he's got like a beard and sideburns. I go, there's blood all in your face and your hair. And he was kind of like, oh man. And then I saw him like 5 hours later, and I was like rechecking in on him. I'm like, dude, all this blood is still crustified in your face and your beard. He's like, oh no, really? I should go back to my room and find out what's going on. So this dude was like mangled about the face, scratches, busted eye. But the craziest thing was, and this is why I think he was possibly taken into an alien ship and probed, he had like this bizarre, perfect, oval scar/burn mark on his back.
Yeah.
I couldn't try to explain away. And as the weekend went on, I think people were, game of telephone. Somebody told me that security saw him dive into the pool and smash his face on the side of the pool.
Oh.
And then something about that thing on his back was something from the pool, like a suction. He got like on one of those things in the pool that like sucks.
Yeah.
And it was like a suction mark on the back of his. That was just what I heard second or third hand, because he, spoiler alert, had no idea.
No.
Which I'll tell you, I've partied hard in my day, and I love to party hard. The idea of waking up like beaten and battered and bruised and in that condition and being able to go, I have no idea what happened to me. That is a level of party that I can barely comprehend, because he was, like I said, on another level. But to go through that and not even have an inkling, or I guess it's possible he just didn't want anybody to know the truth.
We were having a little smoke circle in outside my room about the afternoon time, and we were talking about it, and well, walk me through it, because when we last saw you, you were at the pool having a great time, and we had all left, but you didn't seem drunk. And he's like, no. He goes, well, the last thing I remember is I was with security screaming the N-word, and all of us got quiet. I'm like, wait, what? He goes, no, I'm kidding. Yeah. But I was like, what an answer to give. It was like he had it ready to say, and I was like, what a guy, bro. But that's the type of guy he is. He's just a funny, fun guy. So I knew when people were like, he must have got punched in the face, blah, blah, blah. I go, even if he got to a point where he was talking to someone in a way that was weird, he could read a room still drunk and be like, I probably walk away because I'm annoying this person.
Well, somebody said something about him possibly walking into a room that wasn't his or something, which I think that may have just been, because when I saw him too, I was trying to go full Dateline forensic files, and I'm like, all right, let's replay. Let's put together a timeline. Let's try and figure out what happened.
They checked the cameras.
Yeah.
And they said that he was fine. They can't find any footage of him falling. So when they told me that, I go, well, now John's theory of aliens might be
It may be onto something. And again, shout out to everybody with the Bone. If you are trying to relive pictures and stuff, the 1025 The Bone social media, Facebook, Instagram are all great. And then I will say, some of it's probably going to expire in the next like 30 minutes. But I put up pretty much a lot of my pictures up on my Instagram story at the John Senning. You can go see. You can see some peanut action, some gas can action. I also have a couple pictures. The Jojo taking the gas can is currently live on my X at the John Senning, and I have another nice lady that handled the gas can as well on there at the John Senning. If you want to go see some pictures.
Speaking of Jojo, he came. My cousin Jojo came.
Dude, I didn't get to. Dude, I was just about to get to. That's what I was. We're at the fireplace. I knew that I drew a blank.
Yeah,
we're at the fireplace.
Yeah.
I had met your cousin Jojo, who's been a big topic of discussion on this show because of the cruise stuff with Jojo.
Yeah.
So you introduced me to your cousin early on. I think maybe sometime on Friday night.
Yeah.
So we're meeting and we met and it was a cool thing. He's like, oh man, so nice to meet you. And not because I was about to say, I said I had a dickhead moment on Saturday night. That's what it was. So we're at the fire pit and somebody shows up to the fire pit and I don't know what. Again, this could all be made up in my mind. To me, he's like wearing something. It was like he had either like a backpack on backwards or he had some sort of like vest on.
Okay.
Or he was wearing something like interesting and he was standing with, like it was us. Everybody kind of knew each other in the circle.
Yeah.
So he was standing there and I just kept feeling like, do I know this guy? Should I know this guy? Like, what's up? So then I just was kind of wanted to be welcoming and I go, hey man, what's your name? And he goes, dude, it's Jojo. It's Dizzy's cousin, Jojo. We met yesterday. And I just felt like I hate being that guy. And I'm not one to make
You were
mistakes.
drunk as hell by that time, too.
Yeah,
Let me just say that.
Yeah, that was about as rare of a Senning as you're going to get. If you caught me in the wee hours of Saturday night, but I still did feel bad.
Jojo is like Big Jim. He's gonna hit a wall and fall asleep and then get back up and get his second win. There was a moment he was knocked out on a table, and this was, I want to say Saturday morning, and he was passed out. Jojo sends me a photo. It's like, come get your cousin.
Oh man!
And I go, oh, the slump god has showed up because that's the nickname all our friends have for Jojo. Is he falls asleep?
Just be slumped up.
And Javon goes, I got a picture of him. One of the listeners,
high quality.
Yeah, they're like they saw him passed out, and like people were like kind of like posing with him and stuff. And this one listener goes, can I put my boob on his head? And he's like, yeah, if it's okay with your husband. And he's like, yeah, go for it. There's a photo.
So that's out there?
I have the uncensored photo.
Oh, that's gonna. We should do like they used to do the Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV.
Yeah.
We should come up with like a calendar or a secret folder of pictures. The Beach Bash, Too Hot for social media, and you'll have to pay for access to see the photos.
I'm just gonna post it. It's gonna go on Twitter.
That'll be fine.
Twitter is like porn basically nowadays, anyways. So
that'll work. That'll work as well. But I think some more things will probably knock loose as the next couple of days go on. But again, thank you to everybody who made it just a hell of a weekend. I mean, everybody immediately internally seems very, very happy, and I think there's probably going to definitely be another one. Whether we do it at the same exact time of year. I think I was so kind of just in the zone and as the day went on, just inebriated in different ways. I didn't appreciate how mother effing hot it was. I mean, it was,
my God.
Dude, I'm reading stuff on social media and it's like between Saturday, Sunday, and today, it's going to go down as like 3 of the hottest days ever in the Tampa Bay area. I mean, it was record-breaking, unprecedented heat. And there's some people that came out from sales that I don't know were, there's a big difference when you're staying there and you're living it. Like you're balls deep in it between I'm going to come out for a couple hours because I talked to a couple people and they're like, it was just so hot.
Yeah.
And I think that if you weren't soaking in it, then probably it could have felt that way.
If you didn't have a bathing suit to go cool off or a room to go cool off, it would have been hell.
And that's the thing is I would hit that circle of like pool, and then I would go take a cold shower, sit in front of the AC, get back out, and I think that helped a lot.
And Danielle's prepped for you guys. Like when I came in your room, I was drunk, but I was like, oh my God, they're prepared for this weekend.
She does not play.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky in that way, and as she's packing it all, I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? But then when you're in the moment, you go, thank God. Thank God we have all of these things here.
I was about half an inch away from pushing Jason Beater in the pool.
Whoa, he didn't get in the pool, did he?
He did, but he was fully dressed.
We was dressed when he first got there.
Yeah, and he was crouched over talking to Mike, and I ran up behind him, did the thing where you kind of shake their body and make him think. And at first, he looked like he was going to kill somebody when he got up, and then I think he realized it was me. He's like, oh, okay. Because just some random person doing it. And Jason's a big guy, bro. Big guy. And I remember when he got up and looked and saw me, I go, I may have regretted this. He goes, no, you're good.
Well, and it was funny to peel back the curtain a little bit more. It was funny because there was the thing about the gas can. And when I saw him down there, I made sure to point at him and point at the gas can. And they sent out a very nice all-staff email to everybody on the bone. And the gas can got a shout out in the email. So I feel like we've all healed and everybody's made peace with it. But I'm sure we'll relive some more with Drew at 3:00. And as the day and the week goes on, things will become a little less hazy. But thank you again to everybody who made it such a special event. We're going to start doing a real radio show in just a moment. I have tickets to Universal. Mike Olivero has been very kind to let me have, I believe, 2 sets of passes for Universal Studios. I believe they're 2-park hopper passes. And I'm willing to part with them next, but it's going to entail you having to share a story about a irresponsible. Oh, is that what that is? I'm trying to figure out what that is. My alarm is going off, so I don't forget the word that we don't have today. All you have to do is share a story that may or may not make you a bad parent, but you can make up for it by going to Universal. More Senning Show on the way.
It's a struggle every day, we're stressing, but what's a life without debt?
Are you tired of that electric bill going up and up and up? Did you know that as of earlier this year, Duke and Tico customers got a rate increase of about 20%? Paying an electric bill is a never-ending payment that will only go up as time goes on. But the average Solar Bear customer is saving over $2,000 per year by switching to solar. Solar Bear is a local company here in Florida that's been in business for over 10 years. I've sat down and broke bread with the owner of this company, Blake, multiple times. Great people. They got a 4.7-star Google rating, over 1,300 reviews. That's how they got to be the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. Make the decision now, and your first 12 months will be completely free. That is right. No payments, 12 months. Give them a call today for a free estimate. Check them out online at solarbear.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Summer is here, and it's time to take that weekend getaway to Vegas, or maybe book that Alaskan cruise. But maybe inflation has kicked you right in the wallet. Well, leave it to Mike Calta to cancel his new order of 14 refrigerators just to give you the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Listen for the keyword every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get it and enter it in the free 102.5 The Bone app, and you could win $1,000. That's $1,000 that you can use towards a beach vacation, or to buy your own refrigerator, or to just buy a bunch of beer, stay home, and drink them. You know, like a staycation. It's the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah & Farah.
Tampa.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah & Farah. Tampa.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Don't miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 24 month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Are you ready to elevate your social game? This is John Senning here for Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, your go-to spot for fun and relaxation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is not just any hangout. It's a community social club with incredible weekly events on Wednesday, karaoke night, where you can unleash that inner rock star. On Thursday, test your knowledge with trivia night. Great questions, great prizes, and even better company. You need some relaxation? Well, treat yourself on any one of their many massage nights and let your stress just melt away. Showcase your talents at open mic night or strategize with fellow enthusiasts with the ever-popular Sunday Chess Club. The night market is a must-visit with local vendors, delicious food, and handcrafted goodies that are sure to make it a night to remember. Dive into the amazing events going on at Cava Social Club today and visit them online at thecavasocialclub.com and on social media at Cava Social Club. Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Still paying bank fees and getting nothing back? Here's a no-brainer. Open any checking account with Achieva Credit Union and get $250. Achieva is your one-stop shop for all things money. Better rates, better loans, and customer service that cares. Plus, managing your money has never been easier with state-of-the-art online banking and perks like free gap insurance on auto loans. Ready to bank better? Join Achieva today and get $250. Achieva Credit Union. Banking for good. Banking for you. Visit AchievaCU.com for more info. Certain restrictions apply. Achieva is federally insured by the NCUA.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Summer is here, so if you're thinking about selling your home, now is definitely the time. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can sell your home quickly and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP. Make the most of your summer by selling your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip all the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly without the stress of showings, open houses, or the costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed all-cash offer allows you to sell your home in as little as 21 days and move on to the next chapter of your life when you're ready on your timeline. Bone listener Lori said, quote, Mark Spain Real Estate was great. They had our house sold within 3 days and kept us informed of everything that was happening. Mark Spain Real Estate was wonderful to work with, and I would recommend them to anyone looking to sell, end quote. With over 13,000 five-star reviews, you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Summertime is here, and so is the Kia Summer Sales Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Filing Form 2290 again? VINs, weights, EINs. What a nightmare.
Not with 2290.ai, the first AI-powered 2290 e-filing platform. Just snap or scan last year's Schedule 1 and hit submit, even if you're on the go.
Wait, with just a photo?
Yep. Our smart platform reads, validates, and files it in minutes. With real-time AI checks and instant Schedule 1 delivery, you can stay road ready and file fast.
Whoa, I just got my Schedule 1. Already?
That's right. Whether you're a solo hauler or running a fleet, smart truckers use smart tech. Just go to 2290.ai to snap or scan and submit. Anywhere, anytime.
Powered by ZenWork. Use code RADIO at checkout for 20% off your first filing. Only at 2290.ai. That's 2290.ai. With code RADIO at checkout for 20% off. 2290.ai.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
How could I not mention one of the highlights or lowlights, depending on who you are? I almost killed JP.
Oh, yeah.
JP almost didn't make it back to Long Island.
I'm mad I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
When did it happen?
I'm not going to lie. I can't figure that out. I really can't figure that out. It is absolutely at the peak haze of the evening. I really am not. I am not sure. All I know is that he was sitting there with Ian. They had a perfect spot, and I walked up to him. And the thing was, I think I was supposed to be meeting back up with Danielle, and I got sidetracked, and I just said, dude, this is the time. This is the time. And he was like, you got something? Because I don't know that Ian had anything on him at that moment, which is unbelievable to think. Because I remember going back and frantically going into my room and like feeling like a kid on Christmas morning. I was like, okay, I got to get this. I got to get it just right. Now, I will say, in regards to what ended up happening to JP, I vividly remember looking at all of my different packs of pre-rolls and looking for the one that had the highest THC content.
Yeah.
And then I went, okay, garlic breath, I think is what it was. And I said, okay, this is what we're taking for the boys.
This is what's going to kill him.
Yeah, and I didn't want to kill him, but I did want him to. Again, I can't be held responsible for anything that I did at that period of the night, but it was great hanging with JP. It always is. All these people that we work with, like you think about the Gios and the Carmens and the Galvins and Mikes, and like we don't see them that much.
No.
Especially, I spent a bunch of time with Gio and Carmen and Galvin here and there, and it's just cool. It makes you realize that we all actually, believe it or not, are all on the same team, working at the same place.
One of the things I love the most for you is I think I counted like 22 different people wearing the vroom
Dude,
vroom.
I cannot. That was a big part of making my weekend, and I have to give a shout out to this girl who. My biggest concern is that she was not 21. I'm just going to say it out loud. Did you see the girl? Did you see the girl who was out there?
Was it like a little blonde girl?
Yes.
In like a little, yes.
Yes. Her name is Cadence, I believe. And she had a friend with her, and she rolled up in a vroom vroom shirt. And if I was guessing out of a lineup, I would have guessed that she was 16 years old, maybe. Yeah. And they were out there all weekend partying. They loved the show, and They ended up meeting a guy that had a boat, and like they would, yeah.
Never saw them again.
I'm just hoping they're not. I just hope they're not being trafficked somewhere out there. Is all we can really hope. And I really hope that they were 21. But I'll leave the professionals to check IDs. But they said they were. But yeah, the vroom vroom shirts out and about. Just hearing people say it. We gave away the pins. All of that was amazing. Speaking of vroom vroom, I told myself that for as excited about the weekend as I was also really excited for a very, very peaceful afternoon at home watching the race in Dover. And I don't know if you know yet, but our boy did it. The man who is actively in a legal battle with NASCAR, and I'm sure they just love to see him winning all these races, did it again.
Yeah.
Jojo is there, but not going to be able to pounce.
Denny does it again. He's got the Dover hat trick.
Dude,
hat trick.
You know, as my NASCAR fandom goes on, I've pointed out the fact that I'm kind of just a fan of a bunch of guys. I like who they are. I'm getting gear for all sorts of, I'm wearing a host of our shirt today. But when it comes to who I want so badly to win the championship this year, it is 100% Denny Hamlin. And I don't even understand. It takes a serious pro to know what's going on. But so he owns a team with Michael Jordan. And it feels like with the power of Michael Jordan, he and Denny Hamlin are the two people ever who are trying to take it to NASCAR and maybe point out some things that aren't so fair. And I guess they're going to have this huge trial in December. And Denny Hamlin came out the day before the race and pretty much just said, put this on your calendar because we're going to expose NASCAR. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but Michael Jordan might be owning NASCAR before it's all said and done. But it was very nice to kick back. And I'm sorry your TV didn't work when you got home. That's an unfortunate turn of events.
I was so upset when we got home and like the TV just had all that issues because it's the main one in our family. It's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, there goes a big weekend.
That was my plan. That was after a weekend like this, the plan to get home. And dude, I had been eating so good, up until for the last couple weeks. So dude, I knew that I was going to make a naughty choice yesterday, and I'm like halfway through the race. Dude, fired up Uber Eats, which I also said I wasn't going to do what I did yesterday. Five Guys. Dude, I got a Fat Daddy Five Guys burger and fry. Dude, it gave me life, dude. It gave me so much life. I'm going to take some of these calls, and then I want to give you the story about the woman who was arrested for kind of being a bad mom. But I did also want to touch on the fact, dude, this alert just came up an hour ago. They are saying that today, with heat index, could be legitimately the hottest day in the history of Florida.
Oh, my God.
Dude, right now, where was it? There are places in the state of Florida that have a heat index of 128 degrees. Dude, right now in St. Petersburg, the heat index is 122 degrees. In Ruskin, Florida, 124 degrees. Oh, yeah, it's up in the up near the Panhandle. Pace, Florida, a heat index of 128 degrees.
Did you hear that we had listeners who live in Alaska that came out?
They came out? I don't know if it's her or not, but I was so bummed because I met a woman on Friday night. Did you remember any of their names?
I don't.
There was a woman, and I want to say that she said she was from Alaska, and her name was Tracy. She said she had something for me from Alaska. And, of course, I was like, well, I'm going to be all around all weekend. I'll definitely see you. Never saw her again. And, damn, I wonder if that's the lady.
Probably. I don't know how many
people came from Alaska.
Yeah.
But there were people that traveled far and wide. The reach of the bone. I still think we have not properly tapped the rest of the country. Like, we are Florida-centric, and that's part of the secret sauce is because we're so local. But I also just think that 90% of what we do on this station translates to anybody.
Yeah.
And no matter who you are across the country, I think you could possibly like the bone, and there's proof in that by the people that listen to us from across the country and travel to our events.
Yeah, I think it just even with that security guard who, like you said, he looked like he was on the younger side. And like, if you would have told me like, oh, that's a Bone fam guy, I go, I don't see it. But the thing is, we don't really have a demographic. Like, we do, but like anyone could fall in love with us because it's just us having fun talking.
And I think throughout time, I think that it's been older men that would be, and that's probably what the bosses would say. That's who we're going for. But it was really cool. I met not only the young girls who were great, and it was just really funny. Well, yeah, it was just really funny. It was funny to me, and I absolutely loved it, and they were sweet. But there was another kid who came to me. He's like, dude, I'm the youngest Bone fan, a fan you'll ever find. And he was 22 years old.
Oh.
And I want to say, I wish I remembered his name, but he came from Plant City, and he's been cutting grass with his dad and working with his dad or something for like 10 years. And his dad turned him onto it, and he knew more about the Bone than anybody else. And he's like 22 years old. So I love seeing, if that is our current demographic, I love seeing the next generation of that demographic already primed in deep into what we're doing here on the station. So lots of people. I mean, that's the thing too. People of all different walks of life and ethnicities. And, I was so bummed I didn't get the Trini dish from our homie.
Yeah, Keith came through with his wife, and we talked. We chopped it up. He met my cousin Jojo, and just had a great time. Honestly, I was telling Keith, and we exchanged contact information. Like, he's gonna have family events coming up. I go, and I'm bringing my parents. They're gonna love to meet you.
Oh, damn! You're
he's gonna be family after
You're in the
this.
mix.
Yeah.
I hope it goes smoother than Chauncey's wedding did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chauncey came up and he talked to me, and to be honest, I didn't want to talk.
I assumed because I got in the middle of it at one point too, and he was like, "Oh, there he is, right there," and you guys had this awkward interaction. I'm like, "I'm gonna go drink out of this gas."
Yeah, because it was just not the place to like, oh, let's talk about all our feelings and do all that.
Agree.
And I kind of fast forwarded to him, like, look, water under the bridge, move on.
We'll figure it out.
Don't come up and
day.
talk to me about this again. Have fun. Yeah. That's what we did. But yeah, Keith, and as I was telling him about my family and like their roots and heritage in Trinidad, like him and my dad went to the same school.
That's crazy.
They could have been friends and not even known it.
That's so cool.
We'll find out.
That's really awesome. I also have to give a very special shout out to, and I met a lot of great people, but some people just stick out a little bit more. This dude has been listening to Drew Garabo live forever. He's always been super kind to me, and he gave me the necklace that was handmade on the beaches in Peru, and that is my dude Arturo. Did you meet Arturo?
Yeah.
Dude, he is.
He came and gave me money and ran away.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. And we got to hang with him at one point in the pool, and just a super warm, sweet guy.
Yeah.
And some people have been holding for a while, so we'll get through a few of these, and then I'll tell you how you can win some Universal passes by being a bad parent. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Matt.
Matt, what's up?
Oh, man, I listen to you guys all the time. I love that you have your own show, John. You're doing a great job.
Matt. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just calling to see if you how to win the passes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to throw you on hold. If you don't already, well, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. I'm sorry. I just feel like it's gonna be a very specific scenario, and if you don't fit into it, then that's fine. Senning Show, you're live on the air. What's up?
Yeah. Hey guys, how are you?
How are you? We're doing pretty good over here. I think where the haze is breaking free, we're starting to feel a little bit more alive.
All right, glad to hear that. I apologize in advance. Wife didn't want to get out there and go through the heat and the parking and everything, but next year we're going to be there with you.
You better.
I'm gonna get on that gas can.
Dude, you got to get on the gas can. And I started thinking, like, does this become my signature item, the gas can, or is it only like if we can guarantee that a beach bash is going to happen, is that when the gas can comes out? Because there's something about being in a pool that makes it a little bit better. It could be a little bit. It could be a little bit sloppier. And I will say, there's something. I don't know. It's just very interesting when you get that close to that many people's mouths, like especially like ladies, and you're like trying to be gentle and like pour it in their mouth, and their husbands are right there, and you're like, "Oh, be gentle, baby, just open, just open wide." And everybody was very kind, but there were some that got super sloppy gas can jobs.
That's okay. That's part of the fun, man.
It absolutely.
And you're there in the pool, just go underwater,
exactly.
Wash off, and come back up for another hit.
Can I tell you about the pussification of America?
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of people. You live in Florida. Like, what are we here in Florida? We're Florida men. We're Florida women. We soak in the pools. We soak at the beaches. It's what we do. The amount of people on the Bone social medias are like, oh, the pee in that pool. Oh, a big pool of pee. Oh, how gross. Get a freaking life, you losers. Like, I thought that was such a... Was there pee in that pool?
Yes.
You bet your damn ass there was pee in that pool.
I contributed to it.
Duh. Who didn't?
Well,
but
Monica said you didn't pee in the pool. I go, he did.
I never told her that. I told her the opposite to her face.
Oh,
repeatedly, because she was And here's the real. You want to talk about where the security issue had a real life, ramification. So a lot of people were leaving because you had to leave to go to the bathroom. You had to leave the pool area.
Yep.
And people were leaving, and then they couldn't get back.
And all their stuff's in there.
Yes. So people stopped leaving, which means they stopped going to the bathroom, which means the pool was full of pee.
Listen.
But get over it, you nerds.
I jokingly said all before, I'm not getting in the pool. I'm not getting in the pool. It's going to be pee. It's going to be pee. And then we went to Adventure Island, and we were in the lazy river. I go, there's pee everywhere here. And Nicole's like, you think so? I go, absolutely.
There's a couple things, and nobody's going to want to hear this. First of all, these big pools like that are so chlorinated that everything really will die, and the pool was very, very clean to start the day. And secondly, urine is sterile. Like, pee is gross. Like, I will give you that. But, like, it is not, like, something that comes from the other side. It's not, like, full of waste and disgust. It is... Again, I'm selling people on why you shouldn't be grossed out by pee.
Yeah.
But also, I couldn't believe all of the comments on the pool party pictures that were like, oh, the pee in the pool.
Yeah. Like I said, I was joking all about it. Then I immediately got in the pool because, like you said, we're in Florida. We have to cool off.
This is what we do.
I'm not going to just sit in the shade because that doesn't do enough.
Yeah, this is a pool party.
Yeah.
I mean, it was... It was beautiful. It was,
I peed in the pool, then went underwater.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people were peeing while I was doing that.
Nobody saw it, but I actually got out of the pool and peed in the pool.
Just like
I went full Josh Maloney style and just hung dong. By the way, if we're giving away awards, best hung dong of the festivities, Josh Maloney, who I got a chance to chat with and be with, he took a rip from the can. Dude, that dong was just. I've been hyping his hog up for years.
You said it before. To me. I was like,
knew
really?
before his hog went mainstream.
Yeah,
I knew it was there.
Yeah,
I don't know if he knew that it was flapping in the wind the way that it was when he was doing jumping jacks on stage. But just know that I was an early enlister on Josh Maloney's hog.
You knew about his hog when it was doing small venues. Yeah. Now it's in
exactly.
stadiums.
Dude, it's very much like that. It's like when you find your favorite artist, playing at a dive bar, and next thing you know, they're selling out Ray J. And it's like, I knew that hog back when. And he wore it well. You can't be swagged out like him and not have a hog. Senning Show, you're live on the air.
John, Dizzy, what's up? This is Kale and Charlotte. We just wanted to call. And what's going on?
Dude,
hey,
I was so mad.
I judge people.
I was so mad that I forgot your name, Kale. How could I forget your name is Kale? This is Raccoon Daddy.
Okay,
absolutely. I judge people. I judge people on how they treat my raccoon, and I'll never forget how good you guys, Johnny B, Dizzy, John. I'll never forget you and your group and how good you guys were to her. I really appreciate it.
Dude, it made my freaking night. It really did. I remember. I did something much grosser than sitting in a pool full of pee. I was so in love with Charlotte that they had like the irrigation on around the grass outside the pool, and that's just reclaimed like poop water. I was sitting on the ground in the reclaimed irrigation water, loving on Charlotte. That's how much I wanted to be near her. But dude, you're the man. I wish we would have got to hang out more, but you're a sweet man, and we all loved meeting Charlotte the raccoon, who is just a sweetheart.
She is, and I'll bring her to more events. I'll bring her to some of the tailgates, and everything is on the up and up. She, like I said, when she's out on the leash, she wants to walk around and explore. I pick her up a lot, especially in the house. I can pick her up a lot, but when she's out,
busy day, yeah.
Yeah, when she's doing her thing, she does not want to be picked up. So
I wanna meet your fox one day too. So the man's got Kale's got a raccoon, a fox, and a possum, and I'd love to meet. I would love to.
Sounds like a kid's cartoon show. Like those are the main characters.
There you go. Anytime they're all at the house. We're in Largo, and I'm sure I'll bring them to see you guys anytime. I'll bring them up to the station.
Real quick, because this was another thing that stuck out from interaction. I believe you told me that currently your fox wants to eat your possum. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. Now, Charlotte and the fox, Fred, they grew up together. I got them on the same day from a breeder in Ohio. The possum is a new addition. So Charlotte, the raccoon and possum get along. They walk around, but the fox, that's just like a moving thing, and he's a hunter. And so I'm hoping with time and introducing him slowly and the possum getting bigger and bigger that they'll be just part of the pack, just like the other two are.
Dude, you are the man, Kale. Had a great time hanging with you, and Charlotte's a sweet pea. I look forward to meeting her again soon someday.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
No, thank you, dog. That was fun.
So funny. Well, you can say it was fun, but up until about an hour ago, you didn't know that it happened.
Did not know.
Which is fun as well. I'm going to throw – I know a lot of people are calling for a lot of other stuff, so I'm going to try and do both simultaneously. If you got Beach Bash stuff or something else, hang tight. But a St. Petersburg woman has been arrested, and a 5-year-old is in the hospital after police say the child ate mama's THC gummies. Well, actually, I don't even think I don't know that it's her mom. She was in the woman's care. According to the St. Petersburg Police Department, the child was taken to a hospital around 10:30 p.m. on Sunday because they were acting lethargic. Officers responded to the hospital and learned that the child ingested THC gummies. Danielle Newton, who looks like a nice enough lady, she's 22, was arrested for child neglect. The child is still in the hospital in stable condition. The incident is under investigation. They did not say how this woman is related to the child. I will tell you this, the story that I'm looking for, and I know that it happens to good people, and I'm not going to blast you. In fact, I'm actually going to give you tickets to Universal. If your child has ever eaten your gummies or your drugs, preferably with a happy ending, that might send you to Universal. I will not out this person, but an upstanding individual in the Tampa Bay area, and I'm not even going to give too many hints, told me a story about how this happened to them, and they were so mortified. They were hidden deep inside a closet, and a kid around 5 or 6 was just digging through their closet, and they got into it, and sometimes it feels like they charged the parents, sometimes they don't. Maybe it had to do with how they were stored. there is definitely, as we become more weed friendly, and we happen to enjoy ingesting our weeds in the form of little candies that look like they were made for children, these things will happen. And I'm not underselling how bad it is, but these kids are fine. Like, as far as I know, you're not killing a kid from a gummy or two.
No.
Like, they take him to the hospital and they make him nap and they give him some fluids and then everybody's fine. So to me, there's a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to poking fun and laughing at these stories. Store your gummies better, but 99% of the time, the kid's going to be fine.
Yeah, of course.
I hope and think.
My parents got me drunk accidentally, but that was it.
Oh.
I've never ate any, like, they're not really that type of people.
Yeah, and I think the numbers, I think we did a story last year where it was like the numbers have now quadrupled plus. Like, you go from all these states that never had legal or anything, and these people that never would have even smoked weed or been around weed or go, oh, I'll get some gummies.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they keep them around the house, and the kids end up getting them. And again, it's bad. Should you go to jail? I'll let the police decide that. But at the end of the day, it does happen, and I'm pretty certain that there is no record of children dying from gummy overdose. So that gives us enough reason to be able to give you tickets if your kid did. I'm going to look it up. Gummy overdose children. Gummy overdose children.
It's just Pocky chips kill them.
Yeah, that is. No words of no words of anything like that. Things keep popping into my mind. I also have to give a shout out to Linda Hope, the world's oldest OnlyFans model, was also in the building at the Beach Bash, which by the time I saw her, it might have been like I saw Puff the Magic Dragon. Like, when they just walked up out of nowhere, and it was like I just was so blown away when they walked up.
You knew exactly.
Oh, I immediately knew. I immediately knew.
Did you get a photo?
Oh, yeah, there's a photo.
Good.
I should, they actually just messaged me a little bit ago. I do want to do a long-form interview with Tyler, who is the man behind this, to try and get a better grasp of what the relationship is really like. Because it is, Tyler and I talked a bit, and we're cool. He's a big fan of the show. But I think we can all appreciate the level of strangeness that comes along with this relationship and the social media stuff. So I think at some point maybe we'll get Linda and Tyler in studio to explain to us their relationship. But yeah, look at me with Linda and Tyler.
The best friends now,
yeah,
bro.
dude, we're best friends. Yeah, that was seconds after I guess I ruined some people's stuff at the pool with my cannonball.
Oh,
Dude,
I didn't even see when you did that.
If you see that video of me doing the jackknife into the pool, I didn't realize it until somebody messaged and said, yeah, you soaked my wife's phone and purse. There's like people had their stuff like right up on the edge of the pool.
Oh.
And now when I go back and watch it, I watch the splash and I go, damn, that's a damn fine jackknife. And then the secondary wave that splashes over the edge, you can see it just go right onto a pile of someone's belongings that I guess was a phone and purse. And, what was it? Gio kept saying? Decisions would be made and lives would be changed forever.
Yeah.
I think we made it out pretty easy considering.
Can I say one thing that needs to be rectified and changed at the next one? Pat downs on Spike. My man was pulling his blade out everywhere.
I put that on the list. Dude, there must be, and this is not a joke, there must be an intervention with Spike.
Yeah.
Spike thinking that it's funny to pull out a knife at all times is not funny.
It's crazy.
And so you heard that he did it on the boat, on the boat trip with Patrick and Mo.
No.
Dude, he did it there. And from what I understood, was not received well, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But he did it when we were broadcasting with him at first thing in the morning. He did it to me at Down to Bull.
Yeah.
It's like a funny thing he thinks. It's absolutely insane. I also don't know the truth behind him and Patrick Smith getting into an actual tussle. Because, Patrick threw him in the pool.
Oh,
and
no.
there's videos, Ashley from Promo, she posted it on her personal Facebook page, and it just said, boys will be boys. But what I heard was that did not start as fun.
Oh, really?
Spike was being Spike, and him and Patrick got into a little bit of a tussle, and it ended up with Spike being thrown into the pool in all of his clothes.
I got to experience moments of Spike, which... and no offense to him, that's when he's his best, when you get him in doses.
You get a little here, you get a little there, and that's all really all you need, to be honest with you.
I was drinking with Patrick and Mo DeWitt and Spike, and Spike loves his white cans, but you can't have them out there. He was trying to pour it in his bag, and he knocked everything over in his bag, and beer was just all over the table, all over the bag, all over people who were sitting near him. We all had to leave because he kind of just Spike, you're unhinged, man.
He is absolutely unhinged. He is, and I will say, I am not a Spike hater. Like, I don't have any beef with anything he does ever. I think he's a personality of sorts. I 100% have a problem with him pulling out a knife everywhere. And I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not go to somebody and bitch about it, but I'm hoping that this conversation enough gets back to Spike to realize nobody thinks it's funny when you pull out a freaking 5-inch blade and start threatening to stab people. Yeah. Like, the humor is lost on me.
Especially when we were doing a live show. Yeah. It's surprised the security and CIA go, well, we got to tussle this guy out.
Dude, look at this. Racial profiling. A white man can't bring a gas can to a pool party, but you got this dude rolling around with a long blade, pulling it on everyone, and everything's okay. All right, here's the deal. Full phone lines. If you were on hold, hang tight. We're doing only phone calls in the next break, so stay locked in. I realize we're all over the place. We're trying to get all of the memories out from the Beach Bash while weaving in some real deal content. So if you got Beach Bash stuff, hang tight. If you dosed your kid on accident, hang tight. I'm trying to give away these universal passes, so don't go anywhere. Keep it locked in. More Senning Show on the way. Teazaw Energy. I will tell you, I was double pouching Teazaws all weekend long to keep my blood flowing. This is the pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. It's full of vitamins, minerals, tea-cut herbs, caffeine. Developed by local doctor and friend of the show, Brent Agan. I swear by this product. I love this product. You can stock up at teazawenergy.com. Use the code BONE20 for 20% off everything in the online store. You can get it at 7-Elevens, liquor depots, even Amazon. You can subscribe and save and have it showing up on your front door every week. Beat a habit or just looking for energy, it's got you covered. Teazaw Energy. Why spit when you can swallow?
To the break of dawn, howling and singing our favorite song. Never gonna grow up.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in the box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $27.35. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information. License number C10252 and C10803.
Drew Garabo is Spiro from Good Greek Moving and Storage, and they're not just good for short moves. You need to move all the way across the country or even internationally. Go with Good Greek.
That's right. Good Greek is the world's only total relocation company specializing in local, statewide, cross-country, and across the globe.
They truly do it all. Your stuff is going to be in great hands. Make moving suck a whole lot less. Get a free moving quote by going to goodgreek.com right now. That's goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Hi, welcome to IKEA.
Hey, I'm moving into my dorm soon, and I don't know where to start.
You're in the right place. IKEA family members save up to 15% off college essentials to help you feel right at home.
Okay, wow. Maybe you can help me pick my classes, too?
Furniture is more my thing.
Fair.
Visit us in-store or online from 7/1 to 8/5 for more details. Offer valid 7/1 to 8/5/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for details. Restrictions apply.
Summer is here, and so is the Honda Summer Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot, $479 per month, or a new Honda Accord Hybrid, just $329 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
At Bernetti PA, if you've been injured in an accident, we make it quick, easy, and convenient to hire us. You can rest assured that somebody is on your side. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Raise
It's a Big Daddy mug this summer at Hooters. Bud and Bud Light Big Daddies for just $6 or Mick Ultra for $6.50. Big beers, better deals. Only at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Shop Jerry on Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for some all-American savings with deals on over 1,000 vehicles during our American-made sales event. You pay what we pay with employee pricing for all. Get 0 down, 0% APR, and no payments for 90 days. Plus, scan the QR code to enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. All during our American-made sales event and the Make This the Summer sales event. At the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is own country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Meet Naomi. She worries a lot about balance. Balancing her time between vet school and working at the vet clinic, balancing her social life when she has time for it, and of course, balancing her finances. So she banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who employs local Floridians, just like you, to help keep her budget on track and on balance. And those financial worries, looks like they've fallen off the scale completely. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
1025 The Bone and Stella Artois are on a mission to find the best wings in the Bay. Vote at Ollie's, Bayport Inn, and the Drunken Mullet. Scan the QR code. Vote, and you can win Stella swag, beer, bragging rights. You decide. Go to thebestwingsinthebay.com for details.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Where are we? Beach Bash recovery mode in full effect. I think we're coming back. I think we're getting our bearings. Dizzy had a nice lunch delivered to him to soak up some of all those bad things he put in his body.
Yeah, needed. Very much needed, man.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be back at 100% sooner than later.
Also, shout out to R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I know, dude.
Drowned in the pool. Almost my fate this weekend.
What the hell, dude? R.I.P. We'll hit that a little bit more during the joints. I also have this. Trying to keep it light today, but there is a story out of Jacksonville that I think is probably about to blow up all over the world with this, he's a black dude who got punched in the face by a cop because he didn't have his headlights on in the middle of the day. We'll do that and a bit more. Drew Garabo is going to join us at 3 o'clock. But the phone lines are full. I think people might want to talk Beach Bash. I think other people might want to talk about how they accidentally dosed their kid. We're going to give away some Universal tickets one way or the other. I do just have to do this one thing, and I know one just keeps putting us behind with all these little things. But shout out to Christina, who at one point in my life was my boss in promotions. And now, they bring her in for all the high-hitting events. And she took a video of me, and she just sent it to me during the break. A little bit of Senning karaoke here, which, man, just hearing my voice, I can hear how roughed up I am.
That's a man with confidence.
Not bad.
Not bad
when
at
I was
all.
listening back to it, not bad. I was worried to hear what that actually sounded like, but yeah. pulling the Kong back out in the middle of the day was a risky choice, but it ended up working out. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you. What's up?
All right. What's up, John? What's up, Dizzy?
How you doing?
Listen to y'all every day.
Appreciate
All right. Yeah, I'm not really, it hurts my heart to even tell you this story, but when I was 17 years old, my daughter was a year old, and I was an addict then on methadone 10s at the time. And, I left two of them rolled up in a cigarette cellophane in my cigarette pack and fell asleep with her on the bed. But when I woke up the next morning, she was sitting there, and she had taken the cigarettes and broken them all up. And then my reaction was, oh, shoot, where is the methadone's at? And I started looking around, and I find the cellophane, but I do not find the pills.
Oh, no.
But I'm looking at her like she seems fine.
Oh, no.
So I take her out to the living room. I lay down on the couch. We watch some TV, and then I get woke up to my dad right there because we lived with my dad at the time. He's like, Terry, you got to take Allie to the hospital. Something is wrong with her. She's just staring off into space. I looked over at her. She was just sitting there, and she looked like she was having an out-of-body experience. And I didn't say anything at the time. We rushed her to the hospital, and being how young I was, how stupid I was, kid with a kid, I didn't say anything. But when we got to the hospital, I told them we had just moved into the house, and we had found some pills that were on the floor. So I was like, maybe she got a hold of something in the new house, and they gave her the anti-drug thing or whatever it is, and boom, she snapped right out of it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, man.
And the craziest thing about this story,
killed her.
the craziest thing about this is that they believed you.
Yeah,
they were just like, oh yeah, drugs on the floor. That's believable. Dude, I will say this is a little bit. Are you clean now?
Yeah, I've been clean ever since then, bro. Almost 20 years.
Oh, so wow. So it's been a long time.
It changed my life, dude. I almost killed my daughter, and it changed my life.
Oh my God. Well, this is so how old's your daughter now?
She's 19, fixing to be 20.
Oh man, are you guys still close? If you get universal passes, will you be going with her, or will you be going with?
I'll definitely be going with her.
Right.
Does she know the story?
Oh yeah, great question.
Yeah, she knows.
When did you tell her? How old was she when you told her? Like 18? Happy 18th birthday. Yes.
No, she was about 16.
Okay.
At the time, whenever she found out. Her mom and I had been split up for years, so she kind of told her, and then she wanted to know the truth, so she asked me, and I just told her, and we had a little, a breakdown, and we bonded tighter since because of how it changed my life and the trajectory of it.
Man, well, I have to say, okay, so I have two passes. You're getting one of them. I feel like it was a little rocky there for a second, and I thought it was going to have a sadder ending, but look at you. Look what you've overcome, and now you're clean. Would love to send you guys to Universal. So you get one of the passes. You just got to hang tight through the break, okay?
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congrats on getting clean, too, dog.
Damn. That was a little bit of a darker path than I anticipated, but at the same time, it I think it worked out.
Yeah, those aren't gummies. You can't overdose on what you.
Yeah, no, that is. It really is crazy that they let that man walk out of the hospital.
Yeah, because I imagine they could have looked at him and go, "This guy's lying. This guy's scratching his neck as he's talking to me."
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, John, this is Lonnie from Bradenton.
Lonnie from Bradenton. What's up, brother?
Okay, I got an unfit parent story for you. Now, It doesn't involve drugs or anything deep like that. Can I still tell it?
Lonnie, 99% of days I would let you, but I got full phone lines, and I've been behind and telling people I was going to take their calls, so I want to try and stay on task with either dosing your kids or beach bash stuff, so if we could do that. But there'll be more time, Lonnie, in life, and I'm sorry to hang up on you. Who's this? Senning Show, you're on the bone. Eddie, what up?
I got a little bit of a kind of funny overdose story. So it wasn't my kid, but it was my niece. We were all kind of hanging out at my mom's house, hanging out by the pool, whatever. And I had made my stepdad some cookies.
Oh, man.
And I made them pretty strong. Well, he had a bunch of cookie dough frozen in his freezer, and my 16-year-old niece decided to eat some of the cookie dough.
How old?
And
How old was your niece?
16.
Okay. This somehow makes the story a little funnier.
Yeah.
What happened?
Right. I mean, she knows about weed, whatever, but it's not like she was into it. But
if you're not prepared, you're not prepared. And even if you're prepared, sometimes you're not prepared.
I mean, one of these is enough for me, and I'm 6'2", 270 pounds. Come to find out, she was on her third ball of cookie dough when my mom discovered it. But the hilarity definitely ensued after that. He was talking just all the nonsense, and oh man, it was it was funny, but it's still like, you know.
Yeah, it's funny, not funny. I think it's right in that sweet spot. But she didn't have it sounds like she didn't have a bad trip. Like she didn't go full JP on the deal or anything.
Well, she kind of did. My sister had to take her home, whatever, and on the way home, of course, she wanted all the fast food, anything that she could eat. But got home, got super sick after she ate. So me and my sister were like, hey, you're probably allergic to it. Don't do it again.
So she was clued into the fact that it was weed like immediately, or did you wait and tell her?
No, she was clued in pretty soon after she was eating her third cookie.
Oh, damn. All right, hang tight. I don't know if that's going to get you tickets, but yeah, that's the thing is, you just don't really know with edibles ever.
No.
Like let alone, you don't know about edibles if you're a pro that's trying to take a high dose. You can't always figure out what the hell's going on. So to think you're a kid just mowing down on what you think is some delicious cookie dough, which I love cookie dough. The next thing you know, you're dying.
I say this all the time that, like, you know me. I'm a pro smoker. I can smoke with the best of them. If I take an edible, I got to plan it out because it will floor me a lot of the
they
time.
can. They'll take you to another stratosphere. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Thanks for holding.
Yo, it's Keith.
Keith, what up?
Keith, wagwan,
the Keith.
Yeah.
What up?
What's going on? You have a routine or what?
I didn't actually have any. I didn't have any. I don't know if Diz is still holding on to a stash, but I didn't get a chance. I'm so sad that we didn't cross paths. I must have been walking out with the gas can right when you were getting to the pool party, man.
Yeah, I was looking around for you, man.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, but we got home and then my wife is like, "You wanted to stay longer, right?" I said, "No, you're gonna say that?"
One of those deals. There's a reason why she waited. She waited till you got home because that probably means she did not want to stay longer. Or were you there by yourself?
Exactly.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh man. Well, I'm sorry. We got to make plans to. Well, it sounds like you and Dizzy are now family. So I'd imagine.
Yeah.
At the next family gathering, maybe I can get the invite and get down on some delicacies.
Hell yeah, man. Well, how was the roti, Diz?
Oh, it was awesome, brother. It was so good. I still got some, John. So there's a bunch of my
okay,
friends
good.
I
I got to try it, because I'm into the. Is it the same type dish? Is it the bus up shop?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, well, I can tell you the one that I had was awesome, and I hope to try yours too, man. Thanks for coming out. Even though we didn't cross paths, I'm bummed about it, but appreciate you being out there, dude.
Yeah, man. All right.
Have a good
one.
All right,
Keith. Take care, brother.
Later. You got no more of that food, do you?
No, I do.
I'll do a bargain with you. I got some more peanuts if you got the bus up shop.
I'll show you more of mine if you show me yours.
All right, deal. Senning Show, you're live on the bone. Who's this?
This is Rhiannon.
Pardon me?
Rhiannon,
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Pretty darn good. What's on your mind today? Did we meet over the weekend? Why does that name sound so familiar?
No, I've called you before.
Okay.
It was a couple weeks ago.
All right, what's going on?
No, I didn't accidentally dose my kid, but my kid's got severe autism, so we would occasionally use gummies to help calm him down.
Oh, I never heard of this. Nice.
Apparently he liked the flavor of one of them that we got and finished off the container without us knowing. So now we have to pick them up.
You have to lock them up.
Calm. Yes. He was so mellow that day, but he took 3 100 milligram.
Oh
10
my
milligram.
God!
Wait, 3 how many? 50 milligram?
10 milligram gummies.
Okay.
Oh, I heard of 100.
Yeah,
Usually, well, it was 100 for the whole jar.
Okay.
But 3 of them. So we usually cut them into fourths for him.
Oh, that is
So he was very, very mellow, and we have to make sure that they're locked up now because apparently he likes the flavor.
I'm not the police, and I'm not judging because I think that it has a place in many of different scenarios. Is this co-signed by any doctor or anything, or is this just something you guys figured works?
No, because unfortunately where we lived at the time, it was not legal, even medical. So it was shipped in from other places, and we did it on the download. But my ex-husband was a medic, and so he made sure he was always monitored. And so that night we definitely monitored, but he got the best sleep ever.
I'm sure it sounds
So did
like
we.
it surely sounds like it. Hang tight. I have those 3 people. I think I can. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to give everybody universal passes, but we can give somebody universal passes. Senning Show. I think you might have to be the last call. Who's this? Hello, 941. Get it done, son. You've been holding, I think, for quite some time. I don't want to let you go, but I got to keep it moving along. 3, 2, goodbye. Senning Show, live on the air. Who's this?
Thomas.
Thomas, what's going on?
Nothing much. I just was hearing about you talking about eating, and that just made me think of my son. We had gone to Colorado, and I was having a hard time sleeping, so we had bought a bunch of edibles. And when we got home, I had them on my nightstand, and he decided to have some. And I wake up at 1 a.m, and he's scrounging in the kitchen getting food. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he just starts giggling. And I mean, he just had eaten enough that he got very high. He was 17.
Oh, 17. Well, that's, that sounds like, he probably knew exactly what he was doing at that point. Is he a big smoker now?
No, he's 18. This wasn't that long ago.
This wasn't that long ago. Oh, damn. Well, that sounds more like father-son bonding than anything else. Thank you for the call. Truly, honestly, the last call. Who's this?
Lewis.
Lewis, what up?
Hey, guys. How we doing, brother?
Doing pretty damn good. What's up?
So I accidentally dosed my 12-year-old daughter and my wife.
Oh, man.
I'm a truck driver, so I always had, snack bags with me.
Okay.
And her and my wife decided to have a girls' movie night, and apparently they thought that I had some off-brand Crunch Berries cereal.
But it was not.
And it was not. Between the two of them, they ate 4 350-milligram bags.
Oh, my
and
God.
I walked in from work, and they're sitting on the couch laughing their asses off watching Spaceballs.
Oh, man. So did you say one of them was your kid was 12?
Yes, she was 12.
Oh, damn. And it sounds like it was a pretty decent high. No trouble.
He got to bond with his mom in a great way.
The two of them had no idea. They just thought it was some off-brand I got out on the road at a truck stop somewhere.
Damn. And then they just happened
it was
to have
Crunch Berries with a Z.
They just happened to have the greatest night of their life after that. Well, thank you for the call. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to try and get a couple of those people. We got the 2 Universal and one something else. Thanks to everybody who called and participated in the program. Do not go anywhere. We got plenty of joints to dive into. I'd imagine Drew's saving some juicy stuff in the meat and potatoes of his weekend for 4 o'clock with the kickoff of Drew Garabo Live. But we'll do a little touch-in with Drew on the Beach Bash weekend and get into some joints. I really want to get to this story out of Jacksonville, which, I feel like it's been a minute since we've had a properly racially charged interaction with the police. And at first glance, in my opinion, this is about as bad as it gets. We'll do that and a bunch more coming up next with John's Joints and Drew Garabo.
You said that I wasn't sober. I was just high.
Change is always happening, but want to know what? It's part of life. When it comes to music, change is all around us. They write songs, they remix them, bands and artists, they come and go, they change band members. Even our taste in music can change. But no matter how things change in the next 5 years, there's one thing that's going to stay the same, and that's the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing a 5-year price guarantee. It means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best equipment around for one price that is going to be locked in for 5 years. Well, if you're surprised, congratulations. Life is full of those. One internet, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Learn more right now at Xfinity.com/deals.
Listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bay has elite wings, but whose are the best?
Tell me likey. Tell me want wingy.
102.5 The Bone and Stella Artois are on the hunt for the Bay's best wings. Visit one of the participating restaurants and enjoy a Stella Artois with some wings. Then scan the QR code and vote. The restaurant with the most votes will be crowned the best wings in the Bay and be featured on the Mike Calta Show. Plus, you can win cool Stella gear just for voting. For details and locations, visit theboneonline.com. Thanks to Whiskey Wings Largo, $5 Drinkery Seminole, Jimmy's Sports Bar, OCC Roadhouse, Drunken Clam, and Sunshine City.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Fresh local trades, luxury for less at Furman Luxury Used Cars. New arrivals hit our lot daily. BMWs, Audis, Broncos, Hondas, and more. All priced for every budget. We handpick premium vehicles for local trades. And every one includes a free Carfax for peace of mind. Quick trade appraisals, flexible financing, transparent pricing, luxury made affordable. Only at Furman Luxury Used Cars on US 19 in Palm Harbor. Shop now at FurmanLuxuryUsedCars.com.
You know, the heat in Tampa does not play, and you have about, 8 months of it left, Tampa? But thankfully, neither does Superheat and Air and Plumbing. They've teamed up with their experts at ABC to bring you fast pro service backed by two of the best names in the business. And right now, they're offering a $29 AC system check, whether your unit's working or not. And if you need a repair, that $29 goes right towards it. Their techs are trained, their trucks are stocked, and it's all happening in the same day. If you're hearing weird noises, getting weak airflow, or just sweating too much in your home, or your electric bill is going high, don't wait. Call Superheat and Air and ABC today for guaranteed impeccable service and cooling you can count on. All you need to do is go to superheatandair.com. They'll send a trained professional HVAC technician out there today and get you taken care of. And then they're there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you ever have an emergency, whether it be for your AC or your plumbing, know that Superheat and Air and Plumbing is there for you. Call them at 813-618-5818. That's 813-618-5818 or superheatandair.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
For over 30 years, Fence Outlet has been here to help you create an outdoor oasis where memories are made and dreams come alive. Let Fence Outlet partner with you to turn your backyard into your favorite destination. Go to fenceoutlet.com today to schedule your free professional estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
John Senning here. If you've considered getting new windows, it's time to get in touch with my friends at Reese Windows. Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to protect your home with Hurricane Impact windows from Reese. They're affordable, energy efficient, and come with a double lifetime warranty, which even transfers when you sell your home, which is going to boost its value. Reese Windows can have your windows installed in under 8 weeks. And for a free quote, text TRUST to 20129, and you'll also be registered for a chance to win $15,000 in free windows. Reese is proud to support St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and they've been providing peace of mind for over 50 years.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
A cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live, prime time, baby, telling you to come out to All American Gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey, Saturday, July 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. because All American Gunslingers is partnering with Lightwing for the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Go to aagunslingers.com. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, shooting down drones, America. America.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Find your path at Hillsborough Community College. HCC offers affordable, flexible options for earning an associate degree or certificate. Our dynamic learning environment offers expert faculty and engaging student life, and our convenient class schedules fit your schedule. Then seamlessly transfer to a four-year university or start your career right away. At HCC, we'll get you there. Register now at hccfl.edu.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on, and when your AC is on, your money is gone. Power companies love it, but Solar Bear says enough is enough. Stop renting your power from the power companies. Go solar now and own your power and get your first 12 months completely free. That's 0 power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is Florida's local solar expert, not some national chain. With over a decade of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, they're the name you can trust. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com and start saving before your next bill shows up.
At Brandon Honda, we have the hottest hybrids in stock and on sale. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, get the brand new Accord hybrid for just $199 per month. Get the award-winning CR-V hybrid for just $249 per month. Or get the all-new, just released 2025 Civic Hybrid Sport for just $199 per month. With gas mileage as high as 50 miles per gallon, these award-winning hybrids won't last long. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-448-7710 for more information.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day.
Welcome back to Senning Show. It's been a bit of a wild one. We're all over the place, reliving the memories of the Bone Beach Bash, the ones that we managed to hold on to. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And the man that you might have seen playing catch, hosted karaoke, dressing fly, Drew Garabo joining the fray. What's up, buddy?
Hi, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. That was a fun time, huh?
You absolutely made it through better, and I think you were responsible on Saturday night because you retired just a smidge early, not too early, but I couldn't get over the fact that you were playing golf. Playing golf when the heat dome was dropping temperatures of 125 degrees if you got a full night's rest 2 days before would be hardcore. But the fact you made it to golf after that weekend is a testament to your
insanity,
to something. It's very impressive.
Dumb. Thank you. I appreciate you being impressed by it. It was dumb. I should not have done that. It was so hot.
I don't know if you heard me say it earlier, but they put out an advisory a little bit ago that they thought today might break the record up in the Panhandle for the highest heat index in Florida ever with 128 degrees, which is just it is wild. I don't know if you felt like super hot the whole weekend. I think we were so much like in and out of the pools and doing stuff. It didn't really hit me so much, but I've been looking in the past couple of days and I'm like, oh yeah, this was a very rare high pressure system in the Gulf that put a heat dome over us in a time when it never would happen and led to extreme heat.
Saturday night was so swampy and muggy when we weren't in the pools.
Do you know anything about it? I've been asking who has information on this. Do you know anything about the ambulances and police that were called and were at the hotel late on the overnight on Saturday night?
No. I was talking to Jared and Amanda about something that happened with the cops getting called, but that was Saturday night at the pool party before all that.
Yeah, no, this would have been, dude, Finn Dave. Just
man.
the sweetest of all.
Did he find his keys?
He did find his keys, but and I spent some time with him, and I don't want to totally put his stuff on blast, but when you do these things at a bone party, you know people are going to talk about it. Finn Dave, who is a miracle of a man who has lived through crazy health scares, my man went hard on Friday and it completely fell out, for lack of a better term. Had a bounce back, was around all day Saturday, and then I guess on Saturday night, in the middle of the night, he woke up and his air was off. His air conditioning was completely broken, and it was making like a horrendous noise. Oh. So he went down to the front desk, and they were like, we don't have anybody that can come and fix it, and we don't have any other room, so sorry about your luck. So he lives in St. Pete, so he goes, okay, I'll go home. It is at that moment that he realizes in the middle of the night on Saturday that he does not have his keys and he does not know where his keys are. Oh. And I think sometime in that late night, overnight window is when multiple police and a couple ambulances showed up to that side of the hotel. And nobody ever got the word out on why they were there. He posted a video of them on X, and I never got clued in on why they were there.
Same. Someone out there must know, right?
You would think, and it wouldn't be far-fetched. I mean, if you wanted to go hard and you got up and you were out there like for the rock trivia early, and then you made it to the pool party, and then you made it for Pitbull Toddler, like it is not out of the realm of possibility that you fall out so badly that you need an ambulance in that heat and everything that came along with it.
Maybe the cops came and arrested Josh Maloney for smuggling a summer sausage and a couple of pool balls down his pants.
They saw a weapon of mass destruction in my man's pants. Then they had to come get it. Dude, the Bone doesn't have a hair on their ass if they don't post a video that's just zoomed in on the hog, like just a replay, just a super cut of that thing swinging, because the dude has got he's got a root.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you called out the people who are so pussified that they're, I wouldn't get in that pool. You ever been to a pool party before? Everybody's peeing in there.
It's this radio station where I feel like you got to have a little bit of a party vibe and a certain energy to you to appreciate it. The overwhelming amount of comments that, to me, that is, I'm having FOMO. I wish I was there. And the only way I know to cope with it is to bring up something stupid to try and make it seem less than, when really what you were thinking was, oh, damn, I wish I could have been in that pool. And it just came out and,
oh, a little bit pee. So much urine. Yeah. That was a fun pool party.
It really was. That was like a peak moment, kind of, I think. There were many peak moments, but at that point, I think there was more people in one place. And just to be able to kind of swim around the pool and see people that we work with and people that love the station and the shows and everything, like it really was that was a high level moment.
I gotta say, those peanuts were absolutely delectable.
Dude, I'm so glad that you got to try them. And the thing is, I could only do so much. You know what I mean? Like, I felt bad because as the night went on, everybody was like, oh, where are the peanuts? Where are the peanuts? I wanted to kind of do it earlier in the day so I could be, I was excited to, work a food service shift and do it. I just didn't want to do it all day. So I got as many out as I could. We had them in big trays and we brought them out to the pools into different areas and, gave away probably 10 plus pounds of food. And everybody seemed to like them. But the fact that you got to try them, not being a peanut man or a boiled peanut man, brought me great joy.
It's like a stew. Oh my God, it was so good.
It really is. And that and I have one last bag I'm gonna bring in because sadly Dizzy was not was not there for the proceedings.
I missed the peanuts and the swinging, apparently.
Yeah.
There was no swinging.
I saw the doors.
Yeah. Dude, so funny. But I think it was, I don't know when it was, but I was far down the road when I found the pineapple. And at the time, I just thought it was the funniest thing. And I don't know if you heard me later that night or you saw it in the morning. I put it on Mike O's door.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping you would do that. Like, because when I saw them on Amazon, I was like, these are going to be great. Not for our door, but for others' doors.
Yeah.
And you're on one side of me, Mo's on the other. And I heard JP, I'm listening to JP this morning. He's like, I don't want to call anybody out, but I think Garabo had a pineapple on his door. I'm like, not me, man.
No, that was that was perfect. And I know that you'll want to get juicy to start 4 o'clock with Drew Garabo Live. But highlights, moments, takeaways. We did. We focused on the fact that you were the king of catch, whether it be late night in the pool with a rubber ducky or at the pool party with a football. Your dedication to the game of catch should not go unnoticed.
I don't know what it is about getting in a pool or at the beach, because remember when we went to the beach a couple years ago and we played a little Nerf football in the surf? I love catching a pool.
Dude, it was I loved everything about it, and I've kept on to this detail yet, and I won't name names.
Oh boy.
But we were, we were working our way across the pool with the gas can, me and Danielle. and she walked right into the middle of the catch, and like a dude was going to catch a ball and straight up just punched her right in the side of the head.
Oh.
So the sad part is,
Not me.
Sad part is, I like the guy and I know the guy, and the guy had been very sweet, and I don't know if he didn't realize that he did it, but he did.
Yeah.
And I thought for a split second that it was like going to be bad. Like she was mortified for a
Sure.
sec, and I thought that she was going to like have a black eye. I thought it was going to be like a day ruin. I thought it was going to be like a day ruiner for a split second, but she moved on very, very quickly.
Good.
I'm
sorry that happened.
Yeah, well, we also learned, and this will be my my little spoiler for that guy who's out there, because I don't want to totally put him on blast. I believe his wife is the one who put her big, thick breast on top of Dizzy's cousin's head while he was sleeping.
Did you see the photo?
I did not, but good for her. I think that's his girlfriend, not his wife.
That passes though, right?
Yeah,
that checks out.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's great.
So do you recognize those?
I
Have you
do. I've seen them
before?
at a Caliente before. Yeah, they're magnificent.
Dude, and I gotta say, my man said he was gonna kill the Red Clay Strays at karaoke, and I wasn't there live for it. I got kicked out because of capacity issues. But I saw the video after the fact, and dude, the dude absolutely killed Red Clay Strays.
He did. That is obviously my low light, which I'll get into later during the show, was the capacity issue. The highlight was the same one that you had, which was the same one that JP had, which is having conversations, sometimes deep conversations with people who listen to us, sometimes call, and we never really get to, off the radio, talk to them about what they're all about, what they like about what we do. That to me was the best part of the whole weekend.
Yeah, it's I tried to put it into words at the beginning of the show where you just hope that what we're doing, we have little inklings that obviously we all have jobs and this station exists, so it's working, but to be around thousands of people over the span of a couple days and get to have those conversations about what they're doing while they're listening and what this meant to them, and it's amazing. And the coworkers that we don't get to bond with like that, like to me it was just as much kind of, I jokingly, when I posted the picture of me pouring the gas can in Jojo's mouth, I said team building, and it was a joke, but it's not a joke, because I do think getting us all together in an environment where we're having fun, it makes us all realize like we're all just people trying to do the same thing, and I think it brings us all closer together too in some form or fashion.
For sure.
I think at the Beach Bash pool party, I had posted something because I was just like looking out at like all the listeners having fun, seeing Drew playing catch. You're over here pouring stuff in people's face. Galvin and JP are chopping it up with people. And then there was like a lot of upper management just in one area of the pool. And I sat back and I was like, I'm so grateful for this job I have and the people I work with. That it is a family, and we're just vibing together.
Yeah. As dysfunctional as we may be, and whether we like it or not at all moments, it's moments like that where you just realize kind of like, this is the click. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think I've heard you guys say it a couple of times. Like, you end up running into some people over and over again, and then you don't. Like, I saw people saying, "Where's Gio? Where's Gio? Was he even there?" I ran into Gio a bunch all weekend, and Johnny B too.
Yeah, I did hear that as well, and I don't know why that would be, but I for the first time got to meet Gio's wife, and we chatted.
She's great.
She's the absolute best. It was actually when I did get kicked out of karaoke the first time. We went up to the balcony on that little bar. And we were sitting there. We had a great view, and then just by luck, we ended up running into Gio and his wife and sitting with them for a bit. And it was the night before. The theme of Spike pulling out his knife is one thing.
Unhinged.
But Spike was being so aggressive with, and I think they're friends, but he was so aggressively trying to get Gio and his wife to let them stay, let him stay in their room that he's. That was the other time I was around them. And he is the knife thing, I think he's going to need a talking to.
So that Friday night of the pool party, when there were more than 35 people in that pool.
The pool, the small pool where everybody partied the first
there could
night.
only be 35 people. People were starting to filter out. And Sarah and I were among the last maybe like 5 to 10 people in the pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was cool, really cool. Spike was passed out in a chair. Like, and I don't mean like sleep. I mean passed out. And I'm in his face like, somebody's playing a rap song, and I'm rapping in his face, and he's not waking up. And I don't know what happened when we left, but that when we left him, that is where he was sleeping.
He didn't have a place. So I there were rumors that I don't know if you guys dug into it at all today. There were rumors that he ended up in Monica's room.
Yeah,
she
said
disavowed that.
Yeah, because I can't remember. Like Spike said, he put stuff right in Patrick Smith's room and Monica's room and Jojo's. None of them let him stay.
He's just putting his stuff all over, hoping that one of them will let them stay anywhere.
Yeah.
There was
one point where Pap, because Christy, his girlfriend, wasn't there until Saturday afternoon, and Friday night, someone's like, "Well, Pap has a free room." I remember Pap shooting them a look like. Why would you say that?
Why,
insane comment to Spike.
Why would you say that at all? But yeah, it was a hell of a weekend. It really was. It's I hope that we do it again. I think that place could be the place. I think all of these little things that we're talking about got to be figured out, because I think the property itself is perfect. It's just and we're not telling tales out of school. I think they had to know that everyone was going to say these things. I think it would have been disingenuous for us not to say anything. I think it's twofold for me on it. The thing that bothered me the most about those moments were there were people that paid for rooms at that resort that then couldn't get to the pool for the event that they were there to be part of at the hotel they were paying for. That part was uncomfortable. And I think when you put up, like, I'm not trying to be philosophical here, I think when you put barriers between people, it's like a mental thing. So for so many people to be like standing outside of those walls at times, like looking in, specifically during karaoke, I just remember being like, this feels wrong. It feels like everybody is on the outside looking in, which, is the entire, we don't want that vibe. But we want everybody to be on the inner circle. So, and again, I think they get worked out.
I think, going forward, if we do it next year, whatever, separate lines maybe for people in there, or like a set time where it's like, this event starts at 1:00, 15 minutes before, we're letting the people that paid get a chance to come in first. And they have to have something.
Here's a crazy idea. How about we do karaoke at the other pool that's about three times the size, where there's nothing going on?
Well, and that was another thing, too, that I heard. Because I had a bug in I was listening, because I was, in the beginning, I thought, we're going to have to move this thing. Like, my whole thought was, right when I figured it out, was, well, we got to get the hell out of here. So I think there were discussions for a moment about moving it to the stage, which it would have worked. It would have been more space, or the giant pool, either one of those things. But, those are things that we will remember because we want everything to be perfect, and I'm sure some other people will remember. But, overall, it was a bonding experience and a great time.
If that's the worst thing that happens all weekend, I mean, come on.
Dude, and how good were Matt and Zach on
Holy
I feel like we all got to I feel like we all kind of bonded in the sand, dancing and vibing out to Matt and Zach, who just a great set that really built when they kind of finally got everybody to come up to the stage and they did the Eminem cover. Dude, it was like the night just kind of built to that moment.
I will tell you, those guys are so talented, creative, and warm. I would love to see them get on with like a Tropidelic or some big band and go on a tour, because the six of us with our spouses that night, and then the next night of the pools. That's some of the highlights for me. We had so much fun. Are you okay, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, good.
But that's. Did you see when it happened? You were gone by then. Are you talking about the drowning?
Oh no, I'm talking about something you probably haven't talked about.
No, which we're not.
But which we're not talking about you being victimized.
We're not talking about that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Just
we should have all gotten. We should have got all the same page.
No details.
We're not talking about that.
I hope you're okay. Believe all men.
Yeah. But when JP asked me what my highlight was, that was absolutely my highlight.
Falling asleep in the pool?
Yeah, not the victim. Us six going and hanging out and just getting to vibe together.
It was.
We haven't got to do that.
No, it was on Saturday night. All of the worlds collided, and I think we were all right on the same. Wavelength.
Yeah. Did you see Sarah's bathing suit, by the way, that she was wearing?
How could I? I didn't know. I couldn't remember for the life of me if you knew about it.
I did.
Okay, because Danielle had showed me a sneak peek like weeks ago, and I couldn't remember if she said that it was going to be an unveiling for you. Did you see it, Diz?
No, they were at capacity, so.
You couldn't see
get
it.
In,
It was.
It was like a zipper on her belly with my face coming out of it. Like she had a photograph of my face on her bathing suit. It was hilarious.
I gotta find a photo.
It was something.
It was pretty damn perfect, and it did. And you want to know what? Just to kind of maybe even things out a little bit, dude. The staff at Sky Beach, I thought was pretty damn. awesome.
My God, bartenders.
Dude, the bar, I would say from if I had any concerns going into it, I go, are the service end of this going to be able to handle it? Dude, they were on it. Nobody, I don't think, waited for drinks. I got room service at one point. It came in about 12 minutes in the middle of the day. The food was amazing, and even the people that were working security, although their guidance may have been not our style, they were sweet too. And I think a lot of those guys probably, I think they kind of were liking the idea of the station by the end of the weekend. So we may have some Sky Beach staff that are new Bone fam. And I got to give a shout out to Johnny, because Johnny had the golf cart. He's the one that gave me that VIP chariot again. And then I had a line to him, because when I needed to get stuff out of there on on Sunday morning because we had so much stuff, including a full cook setup and Danielle's car full and mine full of stuff.
Monica's cooler.
Yeah, he came and he came and rescued me on very short notice. Did you guys talk about that today?
No.
Is that too real? Is that heat too real to dig into?
I don't think JP knew about it, but I'm gonna kind of like put it in his ear.
Is
tomorrow.
it real?
Yes.
It did happen.
It's got to be a mistake, though.
No, it happened. It happened. She didn't get a cooler. She got a cooler bag. That's what it was.
Some people,
but that's what Pap got. That's what I got too. I thought I got a cooler.
Oh,
it was a cooler bag. So
cooler.
Those are nice.
Again.
Those are nice.
In bag form.
You know, these little things to make sure everybody understands the hierarchy of the bone.
No, you're
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what's a way we could put everybody in their place? Let them know who really runs the show.
John's cooler is bigger than mine. So.
No, was it really?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Did you go to the Speakeasy?
No.
So funny story. Blaine and Ashley.
I never made it there either.
You know who Blaine and Ashley are? Carmen and.
Oh,
Chance.
yeah.
Okay, so they were in their
Wait,
room.
not Blaine.
No.
Okay.
It's very confusing
All
that
right.
he's also connected to Carmen, but not that Blaine, another Blaine.
Yeah, so they were hanging out in their room, I guess, cooling down, took a shower, whatever, watched some TV. They walk out. The Speakeasy, you have to go through the Speakeasy to get to their room. So they came out, and the Speakeasy just going on. They're like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh my God,
And
that's
it's just
funny.
people
Oh, man.
basically right outside the room having fun, partying.
I will say, I got an update from an inside source about why the paramedics were there.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I heard that a guy wandered into a room that wasn't his, fell down and couldn't get up. That's why the ambulance and paramedics were there late Saturday, early Sunday morning.
All right.
What's that?
That's an anticlimactic answer.
Yeah, I will say. I thought not to be confused with Dallas.
I thought that's where the joke was going
the
first.
gentleman
Yeah.
who also was possibly abducted by aliens and roughed up overnight. He was dead. I felt so bad for that guy.
Did you guys have any negative interactions with people other than people who work here all weekend long?
No.
Same.
No, not one. I mean, there are those that are, it's just when people get drinking. I have that bit of an understanding of, time is lost when you're drinking. You might not know exactly what you're saying when you're drinking. So there were some that were, but who knows? There are probably people that thought the same thing about me. They were like, "Damn, what the hell was wrong with John?" And when I met him at midnight on Saturday. But overall, I thought it was nothing but great. Everybody was very, very, very warm.
Awesome.
And I think it could have gotten rowdier. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying I think everybody towed the line perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was the perfect level of everybody partying. Like nobody. Ooh. I got another controversy.
Go on.
Who puked all over?
That's what I was just going to ask you. The couch,
dude,
that was backstage.
Yeah, dude. So the pavilion area where everybody was sitting. So here's the real mystery.
All right.
More so than Dallas's face, and if not, he was abducted by an alien. So somebody came to me that night and said, "Oh man, one of your coworkers is wasted. They're puking all over everything." So it was right on when Pitbull Toddler was playing. It was right on the side stage on one of those couches. And there was a lady puking all over herself and all over the couch. And the person who shared that info with me initially said, "I don't know who she is. I just know she's wearing a staff badge." So it was either somebody who was in our crew that works here, or it was somebody, a significant other, or somebody in the circle who got themselves a staff badge.
I don't know who it was, but I went to go sit on that couch, and Sarah was like, "I don't think you want to sit there."
I will say the amount
It wasn't Nicole, thankfully.
No.
Was it?
No.
The
amount of time I would say that it took to clean that vomit up was concerning because I rolled up early in the morning and it was still there. And then it was like getting to be like an hour before the brunch. And I was like, still there. And then finally they came and took the whole couch away. But to me, that is a mystery that I would like to solve.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, obviously there are areas of improvement for next year, but for our first one, it was incredible.
Yeah, and I think
good job, Miko.
It really was to take it all on and all of those moving pieces for the first time. It takes a village, and it absolutely did. I shouted him out earlier, and I want to shout him out again. I tried to shout out as many promo people as I possibly could, but Chase, the dude with the red hair and the beard, so he handled the social media all weekend. And a lot of those pictures were being taken by everybody, but he was doing the post, and I was just so impressed that he seemed to understand the bone. Like there were kind of like inside jokes that were attached to it, and maybe he's secretly a big bone guy that knows what's going on, but the captions were funny. I mean, clearly he captured, Josh Maloney's hog in a way that had never been done before and shared it. And I just, for that period of time, I thought the Bone social media had never looked better. And anybody who's trying to relive the memories, go to all the Bone stuff. Everybody who's on the Bone and check them out, because it was almost every damn thing that happened was captured, and the best parts were captured. So I will say I've waited until 3:30 to share this. They did have to delete all of the gas can footage off of the social media.
That's too bad.
Which that was the second thing of the weekend of me that had to be deleted.
Do you think that they could work that into next time? Now they know what to expect.
If they did, it was sponsor liquor and like it was a branded gas can.
Oh, yeah.
Like Cutwater, you know.
Once
John
I become
gas
a
can.
full-blown corporate sellout and we sell, just like NASCAR style, I will sell sponsoring for the gas can, then it will be. And I will say, I jokingly always throw out there, well, I like to ask for permission or ask for forgiveness rather than permission. And that was kind of the opposite of what everybody told me. Like in the moment, they said, we can do these things. We just have to know about them. Like you rolling up when there's 100+ people in the pool with a gas can, and you just security thinks that I guess I'm gonna light the pool area on fire. You know, there was a moment where everybody needed to be caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
Where you know maybe that's where I went wrong.
I don't think that I was drunk at all the whole weekend. I paced it perfectly on Friday night. The peak moment was you at the gas can when you gave me a shot out of that. I knew I had to do karaoke, and so I was like, okay, let's make that our last drink. And if I hadn't done that, then it would have gone a little sideways.
Yeah, and that was kind of me on Friday, and I towed the line a little bit just because I had a smidge of responsibility to keep going up there, and I was because I was by the stage, I thought I was very much in the mix, so I was pretty sober at that moment. But I would say essentially after all that on Friday night, I was downhill from that moment there.
By the way, did you know that on Saturday morning, I think it was Saturday, Galvin went jogging?
Yeah, Nicole saw him.
I did too. Sarah and I were walking to the car for something to go to Publix, which I heard you guys did too, and so did Johnny B. And I see Galvin like getting stuff out of his car, and then he goes to head down. I'm like, it's 98. That dude is a beast.
Dude, I saw another dude, the guy that you guys didn't want to hook up with, Jojo, Josh.
Oh,
he was out like in the middle of the day, like on a jog, and the people that you know, they had the idea of the pickleball and stuff like that. I think it was just it was too hot for that. It really was. They were trying to do yoga. I think mixed the fact that everybody was hungover from partying all night, and it was legit in the midst of the heat dome. It was tough to do physical activity. So props to Galvin. I will say, a lot of people had the peanuts and enjoyed them. Some people I did not foresee. One of those people was Galvin. I did not know he was a boiled peanut. He was a boiled peanut man, and he enjoyed them. And really, the table that filled me with joy was Sandy and Ian. Were the first two that got the peanuts, and you know they take their food very, very seriously, and their kind words made me know that it was safe to give them to everybody.
Yeah,
because they were a couple people made it sound like they were extremely spicy, which there was some spice to them, but I didn't think it was on a level. You know, these white people, these non-Trini folk, Diz, they
100%.
They
too
can't,
much pee in the pool and too much spice in the
exactly. What the hell is going on?
Connection there. By the way, speaking of Ian, great hanging out with him. I haven't gotten to hang out with him in a long time like that, and finally got to burn one down with him.
It was so perfect because
I'm sorry to interrupt. That was your first time?
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know that I've ever burned one down with Ian before. That's impressive. We texted on Friday. I said, my goal for the weekend is to do that. He said, it is happening. Within an hour of me getting there, it was happening.
It did, and it did happen repeatedly. And I heard them say like he was always under that pavilion, which I don't know if he always was, but you knew you'd be able to find him somewhere around that, and he kind of that was its own experience in itself. Like you go hang with Ian in that area.
Oh yeah.
And man, the man, he has many talents.
Legend.
And having the biggest, finest, most high-end blunts on planet Earth is somewhere near the top of his skills with the glass tip. He's
number one Buccaneer of all time when it comes to that.
He is. He prepares the Cadillac of smoking when you're near him. And
amazing.
It was funny because I felt like in the beginning of the weekend, it was like we're hiding around the back, and then as the weekend progressed, it was like everybody just got more and more
bold,
like into the pavilion.
Oh yeah, and the security guys were being cool about it. Like the first day, they were being kind of heavy-handed, but then I think after that, there was just like right.
Well, they started every time they came around, they made all of us show our cards. We also had to show our medical marijuana cards.
For real?
Yeah. And you can get yours at marijuanadoctor.com. These joints being brought to you by marijuanadoctor.com. And they're offering the savings of a lifetime right now when you use the code BONE30. $30. That is $30 off, more than they've ever given before, and it comes same day. So you'll meet and greet with the doctors and the staff there at marijuanadoctor.com, and just in an hour or so, you'll have your certification. You can go to all the different dispensaries and use your first-time patient discounts. The savings, I try to tell you, will get you the money back you spent on your card in the first place. This is the easiest, cheapest way to do it. 40 locations. Book it now, marijuanadoctor.com. Use the code BONE30 for $30 off that initial certification. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, I want to do some real joints. I specifically want to try and do one story because I think it's going to end up being a big story by come tomorrow, and I want to hit it with you guys for a minute. So don't go anywhere. John's Joints continues.
What's the big rush now? Tell me why you're rushing. Why you rushing?
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our latest Pinellas accident is along Dr. King or 9th Street and 22nd Avenue South. Expect delays from that one. In Hillsborough, crews are on the scene of a wreck along Beers Avenue at US 41 or Florida Avenue. Looks like that one may involve some blockage. We're still in pretty good shape, though, along the interstates and the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Getting a new fence doesn't need to be a hassle. The pros at Fence Outlet will help you with everything from start to finish, including measurements, ordering materials, dealing with local ordinances, and complete installation. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. Whether you're a youngin' just getting out into the workforce, looking for an exciting future, or someone who is just tired of the daily grind and ready for a change, you need to think about a career in aviation maintenance. And we're lucky to have the National Aviation Academy right here in Clearwater that can have you trained and entering the workforce in just a few months. Getting into engines, propellers, all of those things that are connected to planes and jets, and they're going to make the transition from life to the on-campus world as smooth as can be. Check them out today at NAA.edu. The next class starts August 20th, so go today, NAA.edu.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month. New passports just $329 per month. Or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation. I won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Don't
miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%, buy with zero down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36 months lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99. Do it. Signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Mike Calder for my friends at Lifeguard Imaging. One moment you're living your life, the next you're being told you have cancer, or your heart just stops. No warning, no second chance. Some of you have worked your whole life, saved smart, and planned for the future. Retirement should be your reward, but instead of traveling or relaxing, you're in a fight for your life. And here's the terrifying truth. Heart disease and cancer are still the top 2 killers for men and women. And most of the time, they strike without a single symptom. But there's hope. Lifeguard Imaging's high-accuracy CT scans detect heart disease and hundreds of cancers before symptoms appear, and the doctors tell you it's too late. Early detection gives you the opportunity to do something about it. It's quick, painless, and could literally save your life. I got my scan and the peace of mind. You can't put a price on it. And right now, just for Bone listeners, when you join Lifeguard Imaging's Legacy program, you'll get a second membership for 50% off. Give it to your spouse, your sibling, your best friend, someone you want to protect. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to lifeguardimaging.com today. Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Neutral is sending you to see Cage the Elephant open for Oasis in LA. Scan the QR code at Whiskey River, Ozona Brewing, and The Zoo. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Neutral. Keep it tasty.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Do rain or bugs have your car looking dirty? Well, Bubble Down Car Wash has you covered. They offer longer wash tunnels, powerful vacuums, and the friendliest staff. Check out bubbledown.com to find a Bubble Down Car Wash location near you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Bone Fam, for one of the best weekends in Bone history at the Bone Beach Bash. Make sure you listen to the Bone all week to relive the experience or hear about what you missed. Thank you again to our great sponsors, The Brisket Shop, Wild Fork, National Aviation Academy, Attorney Patrick Smith, Neutral, Waterman Construction, and the Sky Beach Resort. We can't wait for the next Bone Beach Bash. And thank you for listening to 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. A couple storms around this evening, mainly inland. They'll be ending warm and steamy near 80. A much better chance of afternoon storms on Tuesday with high temperatures in the low 90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
So nice to meet you. I smell it on the pillow when she leaves, yeah.
Smoking. Welcome back to Senning Show. We're in the midst of John's Joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Drew Garabo in the building. Drew Garabo Live coming up in about 20 minutes. I'm sorry, I did not know something you guys told me off the air. I'm not just trying to rile anybody up. The thing with Mo, is that like on-air fodder, or is that was that so serious that that's an off-the-air thing?
Well, if I didn't hear Mike and the guys talking about it this morning, so maybe it is. I've got some questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the very least, Yeah, I'd like to hear more.
Same.
I just learned about it, so it's very interesting. So that and much more coming up at 4 o'clock with Drew Garabo live.
Cannot wait.
And we will, just to segue into a little bit of unrelated content for the day, because I have a feeling this is going to pick up over the next 48 hours. I just saw the video initially, and now there's more stories coming out about it. It happened in Jacksonville. New details emerging from a now viral Jacksonville traffic stop. This happened in February that shows a man being punched in the head multiple times by Jacksonville sheriff's officers. First Coast News obtained the police report from the February 19th incident involving a man identified by his attorneys, and he got, I will tell you, he got Ben Crump, which if there was ever somebody who I'd say, go get yourself Ben Crump, it would be this guy, because if you don't know, Ben Crump has become the lawyer. He's kind of like the new Sharpton, where if it is racially charged, which hard to see how this is not, you go get him. So he's 22-year-old William McNeil. The police report states McNeil was pulled over around 4:17 p.m. after an officer saw his headlights and taillights were off in inclement weather. I'm going to play the audio in a second. That seems to be up for debate of how inclement the weather was. The officer said he also saw the driver, McNeil, was not wearing his seatbelt. In the now viral video, which was posted on Sunday, he is wearing a seatbelt. So here's the audio that I think kind of shares a lot of the information, but you kind of have to see it to understand how it goes from 0 to 100 very, very quickly.
When he pulled me over, he walked up.
So I will say, it seems as if there was an initial officer and then they bring another officer over to communicate after the initial interaction, which I will say is not on most of the videos.
No, and he's talking to the sergeant or whomever in his passenger side. The other cops are on the driver's side.
The other, which is important to note because the action happens in the driver's side window.
Open my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all, and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter.
Which is crazy. I mean, that line is, it's not dark out and it's not raining, and he was getting pulled over for not having headlights on, and the guy says it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
So
well, he didn't finish. He said it doesn't matter because you're black. So
you're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor? Huh? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
So that order of go for it was an order to the cop that is standing on the driver's side window, who what you will hear in a second is that other officer busting open the guy's window and then almost immediately punching this dude in the face.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit
oh my God,
right
dude.
In the face.
Dude, that makes me sick, dude. That makes me absolutely sick to see. I mean,
exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
And he doesn't flinch.
Dude, I will say,
he's unbelievable.
He sits there with the most chill look on his face. He's looking, he obviously knows this is all being recorded, so he's looking right at the camera as this continues to escalate.
Show me your hands. Here.
He put his hands up. Yep. His hands are very visible. He put them up.
I'm here.
They're opening the door.
What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now. All right. No.
Dude, they grab him again, and once his hands are behind his back, another officer comes up and punches him full force in the face again.
Stop fighting! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? What an insane thing to say. And it escalated as soon as he asked to speak to the supervisor. They're like, hit it.
Dude,
like,
it is. I don't know. I mean, clearly, even from how many places I saw it this morning compared to where I'm seeing it this afternoon, it feels like it's getting some legs. I hope that this is one of those instances where there's not a ton of debate.
Right.
You know, because those do happen where, you know, some videos going and people are like, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. under the guise of pulling a dude over with no rain in broad daylight for not having his headlights on to bust his window out, bash him in the face, punch him in the face when you've got his hands behind his back. I mean, if you don't watch this and think something is terribly wrong with these police officers in this entire process, unless there is something, which I don't think there could be, that we don't know about, I wonder how people could see anything other than a travesty here.
So the people who would say, well, comply with the officers and this won't happen, clearly aren't paying attention to their Fourth Amendment rights against search and seizure, because the guy is asking for a supervisor and asking why he was unjustly pulled over when they smash his window and punch him in the face.
Well, and when you get into those moments of the debate, which some people think you should never even really have, and I mean, okay, believe that. But when you start talking about something that seems unbelievable to have pulled someone over for, you know what I mean? Like, this wasn't he was waving a gun. This wasn't like he beat somebody up. He committed a crime. I want to know. I want to know more about, when do the police have the right to tell you that in broad daylight without it raining, you have to have your headlights on? And if you don't, we can then bust out your windows, punch you in the face, and manhandle you. Like, how does this all get to a place where anybody could see it as the right move?
I don't know. There doesn't have to be something we haven't seen, but the only thing I can think of is there's something that happens before he starts videotaping.
And again, I'm always open to, in this world, it's we see a snippet, we see a clip, and we run with it. I don't know what could be at the front half of this video to make me feel any differently, but it's rough, and anybody who's anybody should look at that and go, they shouldn't be able to cross that line with anybody at any moment ever. Like, we shouldn't set the precedent for whatever it is that's happening in this video to be something that police should get away with.
No, and we're allowed to question the officers when they pull us over, right? Like, why did you pull me over? And if it's not raining, what is the law there? You have to have your windshield wipers and the lights on if it's raining, right?
Correct. Well, yes.
Doesn't seem to be raining in this video.
Yeah, it's a wild video, and again, with Benjamin Crump now on the case, I'm sure there will be press conferences and there will be things talked about it. And you never know. You never know what thing is going to be the next big thing. Dude, I did want to bring this up as well. And I saw it, go figure, to start on TikTok. And I thought it was one of those TikTok lies. I just thought, this must be a TikTok lie. Have you heard about this? What the hell are they calling it exactly? A duty to warn? Have you heard about this thing that happened late last week?
Nope.
So I found the article, and it was on ABC Action News. Let me make sure I find duty to warn. In Tampa, Florida, the duty to warn generally refers to this is something else. I'm sorry. Some former military received a duty to warn in the state of Florida. This is from ABC Action News. They posted it on Friday. Florida retired service members notified of possible terrorist threat. The United States military is warning some retired senior military personnel who served in Iraq and Syria they could be targets of a possible terrorist threat. The threat applies to service members living in the state of Florida, according to an internal alert circulated by U.S. Army Special Operations Command. ABC News reports that Colonel Ali Scott confirmed the alert was authentic, saying it was sent after the command learned of credible threat information. And this was sent to retired military officials in the state of Florida and in Tampa specifically.
We know some of those dudes, and I hope they stay safe.
Dude, nobody's talking about it. Dude, there was one story from ABC Action News, and there was one story that I found that was from WESH. And I don't know, maybe it's a more run-of-the-mill thing that we just aren't clued into. But I would think any alert warning of an attack in Florida against military would be a little bit more mainstream, and turns out it's not.
Hopefully some of our sources will let us have some insight.
We do have them out there.
Yep.
And I wish I could... Maybe I shouldn't end on a...
Come on, Biggs.
No, I'm not going to end on a bad note.
Oh, all right.
I'll play it tomorrow, but I think I ran through it quick with you on Thursday when Diz was out. And I don't know if you saw it, Diz. Remember the new Final Destination? Yeah. When the guy got sucked into the MRI machine?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that happened in real life.
Oh.
And, dude, they have the audio. Wait. It was his wife. Dude, so I didn't have all
an MRI thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so his wife got an MRI. He went in to help her get out. They called him in to help her get out. This is bizarre. he's like a weight trainer. So he wears a giant chain around his neck with a keypad on it. So when he went into the room, just like in Final Destination, it sucked him into the machine. Like legit. Well, I built it up this much.
Adrienne Jones McAllister says her husband, Keith McAllister, died after he was sucked into an MRI machine at Nassau Open MRI in Westbury.
I'm not able to sleep.
I told you it was sad.
Oh. I'm barely eating.
I told you.
I just can't believe.
I just had a meme?
Like, I just can't believe.
Oh.
I still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. He waved goodbye to me, and then his whole body went limp.
Adrienne said after she'd had an MRI on her knee Wednesday, she needed help getting up. She said she asked the technician to get her husband.
And I yelled out Keith's name, Keith, come help me up, come help me up.
She said the technician went to get her husband and brought him into the room, despite the fact that Keith was wearing a 20-pound chain around his neck with a large lock that he used for weight
Which is crazy.
That is
training.
They were standing there laughing and joking before he even came to the table.
When Keith got closer to Adrienne to help her up, she said the unthinkable happened.
At that instant, the machine switched him around, pulled him in, and he hit the MRI.
Adrienne says she and the tech tried to pry Keith off the machine, but it was impossible.
I'm saying, could you turn up the machine, call 911, do something, turn this damn thing off?
Adrienne said that this was not the first time she and Keith had been to Nassau Open MRI, and she said he'd worn the big chain here before.
It's not the first time that guy has seen that chain.
Insane.
Did she say they were laughing?
I think she said they were laughing right before. Right. I think like when he came in, they were laughing and stuff. But
I thought she was like, they're like,
oh,
look at this guy.
This is crazy. You shouldn't have wore this chain in here. Oh, that's messed up.
So they have to like turn off the machine before they let somebody in.
That was my thought. Is that somebody just didn't flip a switch somewhere along the line.
They make you take your belt off. They make,
but I mean, he
earrings, everything, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the fact that they let him in the room at all was problematic.
Oof.
I wish after such a fun, rousing program, I wish I had something better to leave you on. But how about this? Just a fun fact. There's stories everywhere today that says that Gwyneth Paltrow loved being teabagged by Ben Affleck.
Does any woman love being teabagged by anyone?
I didn't know that was even a thing, but sources close to Gwyneth Paltrow say that during her days with Ben Affleck, she loved being teabagged by him.
Maybe that's where she came up with the name for Goop.
Maybe. I mean, I've never seen it done like in a passionate or a love-making way. No. It's really only just like an egregious, I teabagged you, yeah.
Yeah, never romantic, like, hey, baby, let's get it on tonight.
So, we'll leave you with that. Thank you again to everybody who made the Beach Bash such a success. Mel Martin, Dan Conley, Mike Olivero, Heather, Corey Cardinal, Christina, Javon. The list goes on and on and on. All of the sponsors, Wild Fork Brisket Shop, Neutral, Elysian. We're forgetting a bunch of stuff, but it was a weekend to remember, and I'd probably pretty much damn guarantee you that it'll happen again one day. But, there are more stories to tell. There are things that I know for a fact happened over the weekend I just learned about. And maybe you'll learn about him, too, here in a little bit on Drew Garabo Live. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. But before we get out of here for the day, we love telling you about Wynn Derby. This spot right here in beautiful St. Petersburg. People have been making memories for decades upon decades. They filmed the Infiltrator movie there. They filmed some of the Oceans movie there. And if you want a night out playing table games, it's the best place to go. $5 minimums at some of the tables, free cocktails, just like the good old days, even appetizers coming by for you every couple hours.
If you're a group of dudes who are looking to have your fantasy football draft someplace unique this year, anybody could do it at a restaurant, etc. Head on out to Wynn Derby at Derby Lane. Play yourself a couple of hands of poker. Then you can determine draft order by who wins. And who knows, one of you might walk out of there with tens of thousands of dollars.
You really can host any event you can conjure up in your mind at Wynn Derby. You create it, present it to them, and they've got the perfect place to host it. There's tournaments and events going on all the time. Check them out online today at win-derby.com. It's win-derby.com. Drew Garabo Live on the way.
Nothing but good vibes.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone and Neutral are sending you to see one of the biggest bands of this or any generation Oasis.
Live in California.
Oasis. Head to theboneonline.com now for the locations of QR code posters near you. Scan the QR code on the poster, and you can score a flyaway to see Cage the Elephant, open for Oasis in California, including airfare and tickets. And that's not all. You also get a pair of front row tickets to see Cage the Elephant at the Baycare Sound Clearwater on September 17th. Don't wait. Visit theboneonline.com now to find the location nearest you to register. From 102.5 The Bone and Neutral, keep it tasty. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our latest Pinellas accident is along Dr. King or 9th Street and 22nd Avenue South. Expect delays from that one. In Hillsborough, crews are on the scene of a wreck along Beers Avenue at US 41 or Florida Avenue. Looks like that one may involve some blockage. We're still in pretty good shape, though, along the interstates and the big bridges. This is Jim with traffic.
You know, it's interesting. Car insurance commercials tend to focus on the simple fixes. A busted windshield, a banged up bumper. What about the human damages like pain and suffering? Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys won't let big insurance forget about your pain. For a Farah fight, you know who to call. Tampa.
Are you looking for quality fencing material but not sure where to start? Fence Outlet has everything from wood to aluminum, vinyl, and chain link. They even have fence-in-a-box starter packages that contain everything for the average backyard. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Hey, boss, it's me, your air conditioning unit. You know, the one who cools your house. Just wanted to remind you that summertime means I'll be working overtime. Because the hotter it is, the harder I work. And the more electricity I use to keep you home feeling like, well, you don't live in Florida. So don't be alarmed when your electric bill goes up. In fact, 50% of that bill can be from my cooling. Here's a tip for you, boss. Go to TampaElectric.com/summerbills for more information and ways you can save. You're welcome.
At Jerry Olm CDJR, you pay what we pay with employee pricing during the Make This the Summer sales event. Get new cars with 0 down, 0% APR, and no payments for 90 days at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Tampa is Olm Country. Online at jerryolm.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
You worked hard for your 401k. But if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.